Sober October is over. And I am 2 sheets to the wind as I record this. If you guys know me, you know that that is 100% true. We had the boys back on and recorded an episode of a recap of the month, talking about all of the challenges and all of the heartache that this month has caused us. We're missing Mr. Chuck Doby, but we have Bryce Laidler, and Spencer is off camera doing a bunch of research and stuff using Bing. So we're going to have to figure that one out for him. I think there's some other search engines out there that are a little bit more efficient, Spencer, but I'm not sure which ones they are. I don't really remember what we talked about on this episode, but I'm going to be rendering it pretty soon here. So I have 2 announcements before we get this one underway. One is that because this is the end of Sober October, we have one more spot for our good friends at Mealcraft. Mealcraft is your local delivery service for amazing quality and locally sourced food, especially because nobody has time to cook because everybody is very busy these days. So we are still doing our 25% off. That is using the coupon code long and hard. That's LONGN, the letter N, HARD, 25 at checkout. So go get yourself some Mealcraft, eat your meals, get yoked, all of that stuff. And I mean, now that you're drinking 24/7 because it's Sober October is over, you can use that meal and, just absorb some of that alcohol. And that second announcement is that to all participants of Sober October, all ex-guests, all listeners, dedicated fans, everybody, we have this very special event that we will be doing halfway through this month as a recap, as a way to congratulate ourselves for getting through that month of hell. If you want more information on this, feel free to DM myself, Thomas, or the Long and Hard podcast on Instagram, Facebook, Nexopia, MySpace, wherever you can find us. We're not on the last 2, but And with that out of the way, let's get this show on La Rue. That's French for the road. We're not going to be allowed to do this anymore.
Welcome to Long and Hard.
I'm super complicated.
He's here, right here opposite.
Well, we already know that Tom has the biggest brain here.
Yeah. The podcast you didn't know you needed in your life until now.
I was 230 pounds.
Nice.
So much. We're all wearing jeans. There's so much piss on all these jeans. It just.
We're recording here.
Go.
And we're live.
And we're here.
Okay, stupid things on YouTube.
Yeah. Because you're saying you put 10 to 15 minutes in every single day.
Well, you got to think is that I started...
Say your thought again, actually.
Okay, well, we were talking about the Pit Viper guy.
Yeah.
Or whatever his name is, mullet guy. Literally just drives a snowmobile.
What was his name?
Larry the Enticer.
Larry the Enticer.
Yeah.
He literally just drives a crappy 75 snowmobile off of a giant pile of snow and hits his head on it and says, "Just give her."
No, he says...
Oh, that guy.
He says, "Just gonna send it."
Oh, that guy. Yeah, that's what he says.
Yeah.
And he now probably has like 1 million people that watch him every single day.
Yeah, here, let's see. Those videos are so popular now.
So yeah, now that I Twitch stream, I have nothing better to do, which is just me talking into a mic to nobody. I have all this time to play Xbox and talk to myself.
You have to be controversial.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I need to become like Dr. Disrespect and just come up with an obnoxious outfit.
You need your and I was gonna ask you this. So what's gonna be your shtick? Are you gonna be like the rage gamer or something like that?
Yeah, I try to be pretty like ridiculous whenever things happen.
Yeah.
But the biggest thing is that like I need people that stream to start playing with because it's really hard to just like talk at myself.
Yeah.
I have a couple of people that will like talk on stream, like Chuck will share his stuff and like a couple other people will share their stream. But like no one else will. You gotta find other people to stream with because otherwise It literally all my clips are just me being like, yeah, and having a conversation with somebody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You just got to get schizophrenic.
Yeah.
You got to have like 10 different
There's an idea.
personalities.
Swinging my head back and forth like I'm talking to myself.
I think, yeah. I don't know. It's probably like this because we just find other podcasters to podcast with, right? So
Yeah,
it's probably
exactly.
If you kind of put it out there.
That's what
You
I've been doing is trying to find them on Twitter of you guys that I've been talking to. But on the schizophrenic front, I should start doing the same thing. Have you guys seen that the apocalypse movie that's on Netflix right now? Or TV show?
No.
The one about like teenagers or
Yeah.
whatever?
Judy and I started watching it. It's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
There's one character in it that literally just has like doll heads on her fingers. And she
Yeah.
just has full conversations with them.
What?
And it's hilarious.
Oh,
It's honestly the greatest thing. And they just drop it in at the best parts.
nice. That's good.
What's it called?
I don't remember. You
what
have
is
the
that called?
computer.
Yeah. Find that out for us.
Yeah,
It's tryouts.
Zombie apocalypse.
on
show?
Netflix.
It should come up. It's like the first thing you see on your home screen when you go to Netflix every time.
Vitamin C.
Limes
Sure,
have vitamin C in them.
I think so. You can actually get like third-degree burns from limes too.
Did anybody see the video?
How?
You never heard about that?
No.
Where you get lime juice on your hands, you go out in the sun, and it like makes a chemical reaction.
Oh, really? I've never heard of
Oh,
that.
I've seen that. It, like turns. They can like by
Yeah.
burns like
You
white,
actually like burn your fucking hands, man.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
but burns white, not
There
red.
is
Just white.
29.1 milligrams of vitamin C in a lime.
Wow.
There you go.
Spencer's
The more
still
you know.
Spencer's still Googling the last
I'm
thing,
looking
so
up-
I had to.
I'm
Have you
looking
found
for
it
the
yet?
zombie apocalypse thing. No, I'm just getting like the 9 best zombie shows on Netflix. 2019.
Oh my god.
Oh, hold on.
Don't you say
Thomas
Net-
finds it before you. I swear to God.
I was gonna say
Oh,
I could
Black
pull.
Summer?
I could pull up my
Daybreak?
phone. Yeah,
Daybreak?
Daybreak.
Oh, Daybreak.
Oh well.
Oh my god.
What do we pay this guy for?
Dude, right as you said it,
What did you?
We even gave him a free mic.
it came up.
What
Yeah.
a dick.
This mic is sick, actually. Have you guys watched like
Yeah.
the Paul Rudd series?
No.
So good, dude. Watch it.
It kind of is. It's very like
The Living with Yourself.
Living
with
It's
Yourself,
so
right.
good.
you're like, wow, there could be a clone version of myself
Imagine-
that is way better, and that means that I'm
so
just not
is
doing
that
good
the
enough.
premise that it's better than him at things?
It's essentially the premise is that like you can be a better version of yourself.
Imagine
You're just a
living,
shitty version of yourself now.
like
That's
imagine-
Also, can you back off the mic like an
Yes.
inch or so? Yeah, thank you.
oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Just make
imagine
out with
living
it.
with
Yeah.
like
Like make out with it from like a distance, like
Just about get there.
Spencer's
Just
face
like-
every time I was
Just
on camera.
about get
Yeah.
there. Just about
almost
get
there. Oh, where? Oh shit. Grab that phone beside you.
Which one? There's two.
The iPhone that I put there.
Yeah.
And open it. The password's all 69s. Oh, there you go. Go to Instagram. If you double tap the center, it should be open. Is it on?
yeah.
Show me. Okay, good. Yeah,
Why
just
do I have
start.
to show you?
He's like, Spencer, I need to know that you know how to use Instagram right
Yeah.
now.
And yeah, don't fucking sign out of it. But yeah. Anyways,
Oh, yeah.
a little behind the scenes action here, but there you go. Start doing some work for us. So you probably don't watch Trailer Park Boys, do you?
I've seen like one episode.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know in the newer seasons where Sam starts working with Cyrus,
Yeah.
and Cyrus is like, "Yeah, it's easy. I mostly just pay him and craft dinner." That's basically
Spencer.
Dude, I
Spencer
would
now.
honestly take some. Yeah, I would love some Captain Ring.
You could honestly just go to like Skiers and ask for some stickers, and he'd be happy.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude,
by
I
the
have
end of
so
this-
many like already.
Shout
it's
out-
crazy.
shout out
Yeah,
Skiers.
shout out to Skiers Sport Shop.
Just the neighbor down the way.
When was the last time you had a craft dinner? It's been a while for me.
2 weeks ago,
It's
Dude,
been a while.
I have a. Okay,
I for sure had it in the last year. I can tell
Yeah?
you that.
I made it with bacon.
I'm gonna make some tomorrow.
I was watching
It's been a while.
a Vice documentary
Mhm.
about this guy who's only eaten Velveeta shells and cheese for 17 years. I'm not even
Jesus
kidding. It's
Christ.
an actual video on YouTube.
What's Velveeta shells?
It's like the fancy mac and cheese. It's like it's shell pasta and then it's Velveeta cheese. It's like super.
Okay,
goofy.
but
okay.
like,
But
the
he's only eaten it for how long?
for 17 years. It's the only thing he's eaten for 17 years. Is
You're supposed to use a
Why?
red
Velveeta
sauce
shells and
with a
cheese.
shell so that you can scoop the sauce with the shell. I
That's
So
learned
tiny
that.
shells, you're not gonna scoop anything with those.
Eh.
Actually, like that kind of gets back to like the YouTube thing where you start to watch videos and all of a sudden you're like 2 hours into like this dark
You
hole
go
of
down the
videos,
rabbit
and,
hole.
like, dude, holy
Yeah.
shit, like,
Gordon
where did this
Ramsay
come from?
videos.
Yeah, Gordon
Yeah.
Ramsay videos and like other stuff.
My YouTube told me while I was taking a shit this morning that there's these twins that went off the grid with no cell phones, and I was interested in someone with no cell phone for a week.
Nice.
So I watched 5 videos, and each of them were 20
and
minutes
his
in
legs
length.
fell asleep, and he
Didn't know what to do. Had to yell for help.
Judy,
Why weren't they on
I'm
cell
stuck
phones?
on the floor.
I don't know. It's just they're these famous like twins on YouTube, and
Yeah.
they apparently just stopped using their phones for a week. And I was
Interesting.
interested in that.
How are they like adults?
They're like 19. They're
Okay,
super
okay,
famous. Like
okay.
apparently 2 weeks ago they were all over like the news for social media.
For
They have
not
like
using their cell phones.
no, it was like a week before they did some like super like
Some stunt. Or
intimate.
something.
No, they some like intimate thing because they're like they are like the stunty guys, but they have like 11 million followers on YouTube.
Okay.
So just a couple people pay attention to
Yeah,
them.
yeah, cool.
Yeah,
I was
just
so we have because we have a Long and Hard YouTube account. Subscribe,
Oh really?
and
That's youtube.com/long and hard podcast.
I think so.
I don't even know.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
even
that's
know
what
what
it
it
is.
is.
Probably
I know
like
it is. I checked ahead of time.
W3JK.
No,
Yeah,
they're super
exactly.
easy. They made it extremely
Oh.
easy to get to all these links.
Please go to my website.
It's like Twitch. It's like Twitch. Twitch is the easiest thing, and you can just like plug it anywhere.
Perfect.
Hmm.
Anyways, but so because we obviously share that account, and then Josh watches YouTube on that account, so I can
Sometimes.
see what he's been watching
Yeah.
when I go
You're
look
like,
at
"Whoa,
my
I've
record.
been
Josh."
watching
Yeah.
lately.
Fat booty.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Tom's
big,
like, "Josh, you
big titty anime compilation 2019.
And Josh, do you know you don't have to hide your porn from your mom anymore? You don't have to try and find it on
Yeah.
YouTube.
Hot chicks working out.
Did you ever try to do that, like back in the YouTube days? Is like try to find the NSFW
But,
YouTube videos, like,
like,
when you were like
Oh,
13,
100%.
09
13
YouTube
14?
Oh yeah.
for sure it would get
Oh,
banned,
yeah.
but it wasn't like it is now where it's airtight
Instantly
sort of
gone,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
It would squeak through, right? So
Yeah,
You
now
get some
they
stripteases on
now they
there.
won't allow any porn. They'll allow anything else, but just not porn
Where? What?
on YouTube.
Oh.
Spencer's like,
He's like, I never did that.
I don't
Spen-
do that,
Spencer's
so.
already fell into his own like black hole of Google searches while he's on the podcast.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
just saw something
Actually-
interesting. He just disappeared.
Best thing for that was MySpace back in the
for
day.
porn?
Oh yeah.
Really?
What?
Like amateur?
Because it was like,
MySpace.
because it was like
Interesting.
you were like on MySpace and you'd like go like the 6 degrees of separation. Like you go to your buddy's account and your buddy would be following some chick and then she'd be following some other girls. And
I
you'd be
didn't
like,
have a
"Oh."
MySpace
I
account.
never had MySpace either.
Yeah, me either.
You know what? I think
don't
I used
recall
our
if I had a
band
personal
account.
one, but I was about to say we had a band one.
Yeah.
So.
I didn't have enough friends when
The
MySpace
band
was a
one?
thing.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
because MySpace was a thing like right around the what was the other one that we always used?
Nexopia.
Exopia.
Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
you guys have an XOP account?
Yeah.
Of
yeah.
course you did.
Yeah.
I didn't
Oh, yeah.
have one. Dude, I was okay, so my parents, you guys know them, kind of old school. So
A little
like,
bit.
So like they never let me have Next, MySpace. I had to like secretly make an MSN Messenger account because my dad was like so against it. So
It's funny
you
you,
know Grant, like he's so
oh,
old
yeah.
school, he's like,
Yeah,
"That's
you
bullshit."
Luddites over there.
but no,
I
my
know, dude.
see, here's the
Wasn't-
thing.
oh, yeah.
So I wasn't allowed to have it either, but I did anyways, obviously, right? But then,
more
Wait, guys.
technologically advanced than. Oh, nice.
nice. Ooh, that was a
What a-
crisp
that was
one.
really
Look at
good.
that. Look at the
Proud of
sound waves
that
on
one.
that. That
More
was good.
technological. I'm going to use that for lining the video up.
Yeah. Yeah,
Sorry, this
we
is now
need to
the
start
Long and
doing
Hard
like a-
podcast / ASMR channel. Oh, that's not nice. It was a nice.
That was good. Look at that.
That's
Ooh,
perfect, dude.
boom.
Look at the wave on this.
Holy shit.
So, anyway, so we weren't allowed to have them, but we obviously did. And then, like, me and my sister had Facebooks.
Yeah.
And when my mom found out, she, like, cried. She was so upset with us. And now she's the biggest Facebook mom in the world.
She's the queen of Facebook.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just,
man.
you know, I mean, shout out, Mom. I think she watches this, but
I hope she does. Need those follows.
yeah, need those views. But no, but you know, there's like your Facebook aunts and Facebook moms,
Oh,
where
God,
like
yeah.
the kind of stuff they share. She's definitely up that alley. Like I don't know, it's fine, but it's just
Do
I
you
don't
have
know.
most of your
She's right
family
in there.
on Facebook and stuff?
Yeah, but well, my dad's like.
Your dad.
Machete don't text, if you guys know that reference at all. So
Your dad when he was still like in the business world was like, I am not getting a LinkedIn account. He's like, this is not happening. He's like,
Oh,
the guy
yeah,
on
he
LinkedIn, you Google it,
refused to
somebody
LinkedIn.
somebody like made it for him, and he has 2 connections.
Your dad doesn't.
Yeah, and the name's not even capitalized; it's all lower.
Yeah, it's just like the little outline of a person.
Yeah, exactly. So no, he's very anti social media, and then like my sisters are on there, but yeah.
My dad was
Not,
like that for
super
the
active.
longest time, and then he became Facebook dad, and then we downloaded
My
Snap.
dad uses. My
Then we
mom-
downloaded
Facebook
Snapchat
dad.
onto his phone, and then my parents both got Snapchat, and then for some reason
That
someone
was
made
just endgame.
someone made a Snapchat group chat for our whole family, and
Dude, my
now
mom has.
Oh,
that.
boy.
That's the
now
worst.
there's just a
last thing in the
constant
world.
video.
You guys are
update.
actually using Snapchat for its intended purposes.
I know, right? It's amazing.
I'm honestly.
I feel like
Sharing.
Snapchat's intended purposes was nudes and nothing else.
So
And
seriously,
don't
like,
tell me
yeah,
otherwise.
like when it first came out.
Well, no, now
I'm
that-
in full agreement with that, but what were you
Yeah.
going to say, Spencer?
Hold on.
When it first came out?
No, I lost my train of thought.
Bum, 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 bum.
Bum, bum.
Okay, what were you thinking about?
I forgot.
Okay,
Come back to me.
yeah, we'll come back to
All
it.
right. Yeah. Okay.
We're gonna be an hour in. He's gonna be like,
I'm Googling.
Snapchat, guys. This is
Oh,
what I
no,
was
sorry,
thinking
yeah.
about.
I just
No,
got a message from the Mr. Alec of the Awesome Hour. He says, "Where is Thomas's Nationals hat?" Because he thinks you're a bandwagoner.
Ooh,
Oh,
that's
guys
a
watch
shock.
that game?
Did I? What did I wear when? Is that what I? No, I didn't wear it. I must have just been wearing it in a different video.
I think you were wearing it when we did the.
Oh no!
with
Wait,
the,
no, I don't have a Nationals one. What am I talking
No,
about?
you,
Okay, no,
you have
no,
a
no, no.
Houston Astros one, and
Yeah.
you were sending.
No, I see what
angry-
he's saying. That's funny. It would be
He's calling
funnier
him out.
if he went
He's calling
back
him out.
on the same video and like commented on the thread again. But
Did you guys watch the game?
I did.
Not at all,
It was
no.
actually a pretty good game. Like
yeah, it
baseball,
was a good
I
game.
only watched baseball in the playoffs, but
Yeah.
that was that last game
That
was
a
actually a pretty
solid
good game.
man.
At
I'm
that
surprised
point
you
in that
didn't
night,
watch
there
it.
was literally like 14 different sporting events going on at once, and I was also playing Xbox, so I was watching the Oilers on one screen. I had my iPad going on the Toronto FC game, and then I was playing
You watched
Call of Duty.
Toronto FC?
Yeah, I don't mind it. It was a big game.
Dude, what about Edmonton FC? You're not
Yeah, well,
supporting us or
those
what?
guys aren't even in a real league. That's
Are
like
they in
that's
MLS?
like no, they're in the Canadian Professional Soccer League or something. They just started this year.
I know
Because
there's.
they were in like the tier 2.
They were
of
in tier
MLS.
2
Did they
and-
get booted or what?
No, so they started the Canadian Premier League.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they rebooted it before because apparently like there's a bunch of corrupt like FIFA officials in it. But they rebooted it and they're trying to redo
Accepting
it.
bribes of Canadian Tire money.
Yeah.
$100 Tim Hortons gift card.
Edmonton FC is owned by like a big construction company in
Faf.
Edmonton. Those guys, yeah, they love them soccer.
Yeah.
Like, they
Yeah.
literally pour like a stupid amount of money no matter how much they lose. But either way,
FIFA 2000, bro.
So I was actually, because we were supposed to wear ridiculous outfits for this, I was going to wear
Hey,
my
where's the
Astros
I had
hat.
to work late.
I was going to wear my Astros hat as a rally cap just the whole time.
The season's not over yet.
It can
How's
still come
Bregman still the
back.
best?
Yeah. But, yeah.
Back to soccer, I know there's a team
Yeah.
called the Galaxy. That's about it.
LA
Yeah,
Galaxy.
David Beckham played
Yeah,
for him.
That's the
Yeah.
only reason I know.
And I thought, didn't like a Cristiano Ronaldo come here for?
No, that's Zlatan.
Oh, Ibrahimovic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he came from like a Real Madrid.
Yeah, he's going back over to Europe. He grabbed his dick at a LAFC guy and then walked off the field.
Nice.
Why did
That's
they
a good way
Nice.
to
Well, he
end
didn't
your-
just
like
grab
it.
it. He
I
like
like
grabbed
it,
and
yeah.
shook, and then
Why did
left.
they-
Like his own?
Yeah, he is a honker. He at the guy and then walked off the
A
field.
honker?
Nice.
But
Why did they come here
That's
though?
good.
Like, what's the
lots
draw
of
to come
money and
from
Lots of
Toronto?
money.
exposure. He literally got the most mic time. He could have scored 0 goals and everybody talks to him.
More money than playing in like.
Him,
La
he's old.
Liga
You
or
gotta
whatever?
remember, he's like 35 years old.
They're old, and they probably
see
get like
that
a
old,
Nike
huh?
deal or something like
Oh,
that.
maybe.
Yeah.
He got paid a
I don't
ton
know.
of money.
You're also talking to two guys who don't really watch.
I don't watch a lot of soccer.
Sports Center, so
I watch every sport under the
Excuse me.
sun and moon. It's just
we don't
takes up
really
way
have
too much
as
of my
much
time.
passing.
The only sport I really
Sports
watch is
to watch.
F1 right now.
F1?
I've tried getting into it a little bit. I get bored around like the 30th lap, and then I'll like tune back in like.
How many laps
Yeah.
are in F1?
Depends on the race.
Yeah, it depends
Oh.
on the race. It can range anywhere from like a 90 lap race up to 180.
Oh really?
No,
think
there's
in
like
F1?
some like really. It depends on the track.
Well, like there's also ones that are like the 24 hour.
Yeah.
But
That's not F1 though. I think that's Le Mans.
it's still like an F1. It's still an F1 car. There's F1 cars involved.
Le Mans.
Le Mans.
Le Mans.
The David
Is anybody? I
Letterman-
want to see that movie. The one
Ford versus
the Ford versus Ferrari. That
It
looks
actually does look pretty good.
Looks really
It does
good.
look pretty good.
What's the
I
premise
don't know
behind
what
that?
it is.
It's
Tell me.
essentially back in the day when Shelby, the guy who Ford hired him
Yeah.
to build a car that would beat Ferrari at Le Mans.
It's about the Ford
really?
GT.
Yeah,
And
it's how the Ford
so is it a
GT was made.
fictional, like it's a dramatized
Yeah.
retelling sort
Yeah.
of thing? So who
It's
wins?
like Rush. James Hunt. Ever see that movie?
I'm pretty sure Ferrari still wins the race, but the
Ferrari's the
Ford
second
GT gives a good push.
Ford GT goes on to like win a bunch
Eventually,
of
eventually they
races.
win,
Yeah.
but that year they don't win
Yeah,
because they built the car in like 2 months.
pretty impressive to be honest.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
What do you know?
What do you know?
Just a bunch of empty knowledge in my brain.
Well,
Watch way too much YouTube.
Because Rush was about James Hunt and Niki Lauda, and Niki Lauda just passed away like 6 months ago.
Yeah.
So
Oh, that movie. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
know
he's the
what
one with
that
the
is.
face that was like really.
yeah, he got
burnt.
into an accident and like burnt up in a car
Yeah.
fire.
Okay.
Is there like anything in the documentary about John Cena's lawsuit against the Ford GT?
That got dropped.
It got dropped.
Why? What was his lawsuit?
So when you bought the Ford GT, you had to go into a wait list and you had to sign
Yeah.
a big contract, and they only sent out I think like 400 or 500. And John Cena literally got the car,
He sold
and
it.
2 weeks later, he tried making the car disappear like he does in the ring, and Ford wasn't down for that. They had a thing that said basically for 2 years you have to keep the car, and if you want to sell it, you have to get approval from Ford.
How much do you think?
The car was worth like 400
then-
at 450, and he
Yeah.
tried selling it for like $1 million plus.
Yeah, yeah. It says here
Can't
they wanted to buy
see
it
me.
back. Yeah, he said like it says here they wanted to buy it back from him for $460
Ticket value.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, yeah.
and so he
Is
kept
this
it.
recent?
No,
When
it's
is
a
this?
year and a half in the past. It just got dropped like a few months ago.
Yeah, it's from like a year ago. This article. Yeah.
There's some
I am
video on
out of the
YouTube
loop.
about like some like special color Ford GT
Yeah,
that
it's.
there's only one.
I think it's that one. It's
it's like this like rainbow.
it's like a
No,
li-
it's not his. His is red.
Like made
No, it's
of
not
the
his.
same
It's
stuff.
some other guy.
It says here it's like
Some guy that owns a couple
liquid
companies.
blue GT.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
But
Liquid blue
Thank you,
GT.
Jamie.
But the
Yeah,
problem
you're
is that
welcome.
John Cena has now become like the. You guys remember The Rock in 2008? Like he made like fairy tales and the different like.
Oh yeah, I
kid
was.
movies. John Cena's on like the most terrible like downward spiral of trying to
Yeah,
be The
he
Rock.
is.
He
Totally.
he definitely. I was actually listening to something today that was talking about that. I feel like we listened to the same thing. But
I'm pretty sure I listened to like 5 podcasts to talk
yeah.
about it, and all of them are
No,
like,
but
why
yeah,
does he have hair
he's-
right now?
He's trying to be the
His
Rock.
hair right now?
Yeah, he has
Yeah,
a full
he
head of
has-
hair. Like
John
Oh.
Cena has hair.
Yeah, he doesn't have.
yeah, pull it
his,
up.
Like,
You can pull it up.
His like traditional crew cut. Like
no, he
like
has hair.
military cut,
He's
he
a
has-
firefighter that saves children
he has
in
like
a
a
forest
dad
fire right
haircut
now.
now.
I did see that at the gym. There's some fucking. There's
No
a trailer
way,
about
dude.
that.
Look at his
Yeah.
hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a whole head of hair.
Show this.
Look at that.
What the fuck?
No, none of those
No,
are
no,
it.
no.
No,
don't even
No,
He's
no,
got
no.
one with like a crew cut.
No, that's his hair always. Oh no, that's
Not
not his
like
hair.
that.
That's old.
That's
Actually, no, that's
old, but it's
that's
what it
actually
looks
I think
like
that's
now.
yeah, but spiked.
Yeah.
Wow.
But anyways, no, he's trying to be, just trying to be the Rock, right? Like family.
Who doesn't want to be the
movies.
Rock
I'm a
though?
big
Oh
fan
yeah,
of,
but
like-
the Rock, like
The Rock's
is
The Rock.
right? So
I'm a big fan of like anything The Rock's in personally. Like I don't know. Some people kind of beak him for like.
You like Baywatch,
honestly,
bro?
Everything.
I love.
Did you like Baywatch?
I
Of course, I
didn't-
like
I didn't watch
Baywatch.
That's Kate.
who are the chicks in that?
Who didn't like
the
Baywatch?
girl
I
with the
never watched
fucking
it.
blue eyes that I would like
I'm on it.
marry.
Judy
Let's go
liked
with this.
Baywatch. Like
It was
she's
not- it
the
was
one
not
who
bad.
chose to watch
It
it.
was not bad.
So
I thought it was gonna be gimmicky. It wasn't bad.
so
The chick with the blue eyes, though, Spencer, look that chick up.
Baywatch
The
cast
most, the movie I thought in
you're
the last
also
2 years.
still on Bing and not Google. I'm gonna come
I
off
am
the
on
top
Bing.
ropes.
Dude, it just comes with a laptop. So
Sorry,
Go-
Bryce. What were you saying?
The most like the movie I thought was gonna be the most gimmicky Rock movie lately in the
Yeah.
last 2 years. That was actually pretty good, and I'm hoping the second one is as good. Plus, it was filmed here. Is Jumanji.
It was
Dude,
filmed here.
Yeah,
Jumanji was so good.
Jumanji 2 was filmed
good.
here.
I like
Part of it.
Jumanji.
The first Jumanji was actually
By here you mean like the
Alberta.
mountains?
It was filmed in Jasper and Banff.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
I saw Kevin Hart like he was-
Really? I
Yeah.
had no
Yeah.
idea.
he made a thing like when because The Rock used to play for the Stampeders.
He,
Like,
they
way
didn't.
back
He
in the day.
didn't
Oh,
play
yeah,
for
he
them.
did.
Let's not lie about this.
No, he got
his ass cut
he was
real
on the
quick.
practice roster
Oh,
or
did
something
he?
like
Oh,
that.
okay.
for like a week. He got
Yeah.
cut from the practice roster.
Yeah.
Because he had like a
Really?
He had a post about it where he was.
He
in
played for the
Vancouver
U.
or something like that.
Yeah,
and then
so
he
he
and then he
landed in
came up here
Calgary.
after winning the Nats, and then he got cut by the Stampeders in his first year, and then $5 to his name, went down back to Florida, yada yada.
I also
WWE
saw
rich.
some.
$7
Some-
to his name.
I've seen a couple.
I saw that
people
meme, or I saw
from
that Instagram post.
U of A football team
Yeah.
saying they go to the U. I'm like,
Pardon?
No,
Sorry,
By
there's
the
man.
you mean like?
Miami.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
the
Hurricanes.
University of Miami.
Have you ever seen
Yeah.
any of the?
No, I'm thinking
30 for
about.
30s?
Oh, I'm thinking about Oregon, and I'm
Oh,
thinking about
Oregon.
the Ducks is what I'm thinking about. Because you went like that, and I was like, oh, Oregon Ducks. Yeah. Anyway.
Josh, is this the girl?
Yes.
Alexandra.
Yeah.
Alexandra
It's where
Daddario.
Ray Lewis played his
Okay.
college.
Ray Lewis. That's a name.
Oh,
yeah.
baby.
That's a name.
Yeah.
Whatever happened? He retired. He's retired.
He's
He's
retired.
old.
He's
He's
like
old.
a broadcaster.
Okay. This is my deep
Sports
knowledge
knowledge,
of sports.
I don't know anything about sports.
I'd say behind Chuck Dobie, I'm probably the most empty knowledge of sport of like random sports all over the world.
Probably.
But like if we had Chuck in here, he'd just be like
Chuck is,
naming
like,
stats
it's
from
good.
baseball players
Chuck
in
can literally name
1975.
off like
Full rosters and stuff.
Stanley Cup champions
Is he
from
kinda
going
like-
back
Oh,
to
we
like
played that game
1990.
once.
Yeah.
We went all the way back to like 67.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
It's like so. Is
It's
he-
like him with
No,
the
but
fucking
he
Atlas
he,
thing.
he also
Yeah.
names he
Is it
also
actually
names
like
the
that?
captain too. Like
I mean, that's
he knows the
semi-useful
teams.
though.
I don't
It's like-
know.
it's
I'd
like-
argue the hockey one's more useful.
I don't know. And nobody's gonna hold you hostage and
Dude,
be
my
like,
skills
"Who
were-
won the Stanley Cup in fucking 2005?"
Who's
Some-
gonna ask you what the capital of some city
they
in the
might.
middle of the
They
ocean
might.
dude,
is?
it's
They
not
might.
just like it's not just the capitals. Like I'm pretty good at like geography. Like it's more than. Just
Have you
capitals.
heard about the Principality of Sealand?
There's no way that's.
That's a real thing.
The Principality
Look
of
that
Sealand.
shit up right now,
And Josh
Jamie.
is just talking about it's like another person that's like the guy just outside Las Vegas that has his like
I was about to say the Vegas guy.
yeah the Vegas,
Vegas
guy,
guy.
the like the nation of Steve.
Oh,
or-
you're actually
Yeah,
not wrong,
yeah.
Josh.
Oh, this dude.
Principality of Sealand.
Someone
become a lord or lady in Sealand.
claims Russ.
So it's a
And
fucking
it's an
oil
offshore-
dike. It's an oil dike offshore. And I say dike
my
without
God.
any fucking.
No, it's literally
Connotation.
not
it's
like
literally
not
a
like
dike.
dyke.
No, it's literally a dike. It's like
Literally a dyke.
It's a real thing.
yeah.
it's like yeah.
It's anyway. So they
Look
they
at all
fucking-
those dikes.
That's
So they fucking annexed an oil dike and decided that they wanted to make a
its own-
country out of it because
Yeah.
they're
That's
like,
amazing.
Off the coast of Suffolk.
So they literally
Suffolk.
what's that movie that the radio the movie about the radio station that was on oil derrick
Oh,
in the
yeah, I know
English-
what you're talking about.
English
I don't know
Bay.
the name. Yeah.
What movie?
so
There's-
kind of, but what they're doing with
pirate
it,
radio.
okay,
Oh yeah, pirate.
God damn.
is they're doing like bulletproof hosting and stuff. So there's no
Chatty.
like, there's no jurisdiction. So for your servers and stuff, so you can't come
I
after
didn't
them.
actually know about Sealand. So what's the capital of it?
What's like
It's
on
literally
here?
it's
Do they have
literally a place
business?
the size of this condo.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's probably 5 people there right now.
Yeah. You can declare yourself an independent state if you own a big enough piece of property in the States.
Yeah.
Really?
Have you not seen the fucking Family Guy episode where Peter?
Oh, wait a minute.
I never watched Family
So
Guy, really.
Principality of Sealand is pirate radio. Like it's the same thing.
Oh, is it?
Like
is
the,
it?
this guy, the guy who started it, is the same guy, Patty Roy Bates.
Okay.
Hmm.
Well, it used to yeah, so
How long has that been a thing?
since the 70s.
Since
67.
the 70s?
Okay, 67. I was close enough.
Wow. I honestly, I had no idea about that.
Wow.
So kudos to you, Josh.
Point Josh.
Ding.
Josh 1, Spencer 0.
I knew about it. I just called it pirate
I
radio. I,
didn't
was
know
close
that.
enough.
Boys.
There
That's
you
kinda
go.
Cool, actually. So it's in. So
I have
it's
knowledge,
In
it's
the,
just not within.
It's
This
all
is the
perfect
weirdest
CK.
fucking mix.
Yeah, that's the dumbest combo.
Upper, downer.
I tell you, what's the at the start of in Wolf of Wall Street where he's like, yeah, I take back pills to mellow me out, take weed to calm me down, I take
Yeah.
cocaine to pick me back. Like
Yeah.
this is
Morphine,
not-
'cause
where
it's
they all
awesome.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
that's actually still like one of my favorite movies of all time.
It's a very good movie.
Oh, that will forever be one of the
that
better
lives
movies
on
ever
as
made.
like one of the best, I think.
See, at least I'm not getting like wasted because the last time I would do caffeine and alcohol would be fucking vodka Red Bulls. Bringing back the
Jager bombs.
Jager.
Oh my god.
Jager, I can never drink again.
Oh, I hate
Never
Jaeger
again.
Ever
alone.
again?
Never.
The
again.
smell is good. I don't know, man. Like if I've had a Jager bomb on occasion, and you're like, oh yeah, well
I love
you're
Jager bombs so
doing
much.
It. Oh yeah, no, the flavor has something to it. But
Nope.
and then if you ever get the whiff of someone drinking Red Bull,
Yeah.
like
Oh
someone
my
else
God.
drinking Red
Oh,
Bull,
yeah.
No,
I can drink it myself,
it's
but
not
someone
Red Bull.
else,
It's not Red Bull for me. It's Monster.
yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
but
any-
no,
any-
not sugar free,
any-
but the sugar one, like the
Yeah,
full sugar.
but any
black.
energy, like I can drink them myself fine. But if someone else is drinking it and I get a waft of it, I just
It
think
smells like an
of,
energy drink burp.
Oil City and Black
You think of
Dog.
how many times
Oh yeah,
you smelled that coming back up.
yeah,
Yeah,
pretty
100%.
much.
It's exactly what
All
happened.
over the floor of
Yeah.
Oil
Yeah.
City Roadhouse.
Yeah.
Oil City.
See, I'm the same thing,
We'll
but I
never
picture myself sitting on
do Oil
a.
City.
Speaking of that, like,
Cheers.
wh-
Can't pour out my beer.
what's actually going in there? Because that place is.
Well, yeah, because Anthem closed. Anthem closed.
They
were
literally
short-lived.
put a new place in there every 6 months.
Yeah.
They can't keep in business.
You guys been to Midway yet?
No.
Have you?
No.
No. Have you?
Me?
Yeah.
Go
It's been
out?
sober. It's been sober October this whole time, guys.
I'm in
we
my-
wouldn't go to the
Well,
bar.
I'm
I'm in my mid 20s. I have 2 dogs and a fiance, and I own a house. What do you think I do on my weekends? Do you think I go out to the bar?
That's like your.
That's
like,
awesome.
Well, I'm also 26 and I have none of those things,
Yeah.
so I am always
I'm
there.
only 25 actually.
Yeah.
Don't
We
I
have
don't
the
want to age
diametric
myself. Josh is older than me.
yeah.
I got some gray hairs coming in. No, I haven't been to the bar since like Montreal, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I haven't gone out that much.
I don't know.
It's like,
Just
When
does
was
not
that?
appeal
I
to
don't
me right
remember
now.
that.
We
Like
went
I-
to a friend's like birthday last second last weekend, and I
Yeah.
literally
Oh,
just
yeah.
like sat there for 2 hours
Yeah, you
and
did.
hung out.
It's
It's
I'm like,
such a production, man. It's like fuck. It's like gotta get
going
dressed,
out,
gotta get out of
honestly,
bed.
it honestly sucks now. Like
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of it.
See, saying that you're into Twitch streaming is like the perfect excuse to like sit in shorts or your underwear and never leave your house. You're like, you guys, I'm trying to get
Guys,
a
I'm
s-
trying to make it.
Yeah, I'm trying to get a second
Twitch-
stream of
Twitch here.
income coming here, and you guys aren't helping. I can't leave my house. I need to stream for at least 3 hours a day, and then I have to be able to edit for 2 hours a day, guys.
Actually, like the whole sober October thing, like it was nice because like to not eat out, not drink, not do any of that. Like you actually realize how much money you save.
Oh man, I know.
yeah.
Like not eating out alone. Like it's not like I do it lots.
Taking
but,
girls on coffee dates instead of alcohol dates. Yeah,
No, that's
you
that's
save
the
about
point there.
fucking 75%, bro.
You know what really sucks though is that first bacon and egg in the morning of November 1st.
Oh,
How was that?
Oh,
Went
okay.
down
Well,
pretty good.
so I'll give you the time lapse of my morning. As I left my house
Please do, and we'll.
and I drove to Nisku, and at about 8:05, I drove through the A&W drive-through. Thought to myself, I should get this without cheese. The cheese is always greasy.
Yeah.
No.
I said, no, I haven't bought a bacon and egger in a month.
In a month.
It may be more.
Yes.
So I'm like, I'm gonna get the full experience. Went to my first meeting at 8:30. Walked out of that meeting at 10 to 9. Immediately had to go back to the Petrocam where the A&W is because they have the nicest bathrooms in Nisku. And you learn that doing my job. Sat in there for a solid 10 minutes.
Hey Spencer, hit the fucking record button.
Actually, we're gonna no, don't. We're gonna pause here. That's perfect timing.
So I can do it.
So, okay, both of you had intelligent things to say during the break, so
Yeah,
What were
lay them on us.
for the first time ever.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
either
was
of you.
I was
One of
talking
you
about my
start.
parents in
Yeah,
Montreal.
yeah.
Him start.
So I have a
start.
thing going on in the background that's not really a thing yet, but I had to phone my parents to give them the down low on it, and they're in Montreal right now because my brother's in the army, and right
Wait,
now there's a windstorm. Daniel, he's in the army, bro.
Daniel's in the army,
Yeah, he graduates from basic on the 8th.
In the army.
so I didn't know that.
Yeah,
No way.
he's been sleeping under tarps without blankets in a
Nice.
field and getting rained on and snowed on, shooting guns.
It's actually
Wow.
in the Navy. Not
So
in the
basically
Army,
what you
but-
do
Is
is
he Bear Grylls? That sounds a lot like Bear Grylls.
essentially they're like a whole bunch of Bear Grylls without an education.
Hey now, we support our troops. Go on.
Yeah.
Yeah, like what?
Hey, I was gonna join the army. My mom always beat me to death after I didn't get into the police, so it's okay. So they're out in Montreal.
Went into sales instead.
Good stuff.
Okay, so windstorm.
Anyways, so Montreal, I don't know if you guys saw this, actually canceled Halloween this year.
What?
Why?
What? Like
How did nobody
just
see this?
Halloween period?
Yeah, so they canceled Halloween and they postponed it till next weekend because of a windstorm. And, well, the windstorm was today and the rain was supposed to be yesterday, but they canceled Halloween.
What?
So my parents have been
But
got
like,
to,
how? I don't understand.
They just said no trick or treating and all Halloween festivities are canceled.
Yeah, but how do you enforce that? Are you gonna give kids fucking tickets for
It's
trick or treating?
Quebec.
I don't know,
Bro.
it's Quebec. Like,
Quebec
they literally have
is Quebec.
they have a federal election platform for a party that only has people in one province of 10.
Honestly,
Like,
let them separate. Honestly,
Let
them
him go.
separate.
Let him go.
oh, let him go.
It's like when you're a little kid and you're like, "Fuck you, mom, I'm running away from home," and they're like, "Go ahead."
See you later, bro.
Go ahead.
Have fun.
Cook yourself dinner. See how hard that is.
Yeah, except for when the other sibling that's Alberta says, let's also run away, and you're like, no, I can't lose both of you. And the second one's a lot dumber.
Wexit would be very, very stupid, I think.
Wexit. I forgot that's a word.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Wexit would
It wasn't
not.
Why
Wexit.
is it
it's
Wexit?
a we exit.
Well, it's
Just
because like
we exit.
no, us and like
It's
Sask-
we exit.
So it's basically like
Or is it West exit?
it's west.
It's we exit.
It's like a combo of
If
west
it's-
and exit.
If
So
it's West exit and the hashtag is we exit is
Oh, how it's stylized.
yeah,
like the
it
capitalization.
proves even more how we don't have the intelligence level to exit from a country.
I'm gonna sneeze, but I feel like I'm putting pressure on myself right now to sneeze.
sneeze.
Look
Let
at
it
the
go.
Don't
light.
sneeze.
Look at the
Let
light.
it go.
Sneeze.
Don't sneeze. You
We
can't
all
sneeze.
believe in you.
Can't do it.
Anyway, sorry. So Montreal canceled Halloween. That's
Oh,
pretty
they
cool.
canceled Halloween.
Yeah.
So my parents are in there in a windstorm, and I assume since you are a Montreal resident
expert?
for all of 3 months,
4 months.
4 months, okay.
Expert.
Give me the
Um,
benefit of the doubt, bro.
My parents went on that giant Ferris wheel that's on the water there.
Never went on it. But
No,
yeah.
really?
Yeah.
They're on there, and I was on the phone with them, and they thought it was once around, and after the second time around, the wind picked up. And my mom is the most nervous human being in the world.
Lisa Laidler.
And there's
shout
like
out.
150-kilometer gusts in Montreal right now,
Nice.
like there was here last week.
Yeah.
And it went for 2 extra loops over that 2 that she didn't think she was gonna do.
Holy smokes.
So I could hear her like crying and getting upset on the other side of the Ferris wheel. Well, me and my dad had a professional conversation.
Just hearing you're like, "Well, son, I think you need to," and you just hear, "Oh God."
My mom's like, "We're gonna die," and my goodbye is, "Hey, I'm at Thomas's house. I'm gonna go drink and do a podcast." They're like, "Why are you drinking and do a podcast?" I'm like, "Because I did sober October." They're like, "That's a valid point."
Oh, this was like right before you.
Oh,
went.
just
right.
now.
As I was walking
Oh,
out,
that's
This is like
they're like,
weeks ago, years ago. I
"No,
don't
this
know.
was this was
Right
like
now.
literally
I
an
guess
hour
it was
ago."
just Halloween. That's funny.
I walk out. I'm like, "Hey, I love you guys. Mom, don't die or strangle Dad. Bye." And then I left. And then now I'm here.
Nice.
So
Nice.
there's my story.
Awesome.
Josh,
Oh.
your turn.
I just want to hear the story about how much this haircut cost.
Oh,
This
yeah,
hair-
that's what you're saying.
Oh, the haircut.
This haircut
Bitch is
cost me.
better like
Actually,
brand new
pause
fucking
before he
haircut.
tells the story. We want everybody in the comments to comment what they think the value of this haircut is beforehand,
Yep.
as well as on Facebook and all other forms of social media.
Use the hashtag
Ready?
Josh's expensive haircut.
Could have happened
yeah,
at Supercut.
boy. 2020.
Okay,
Ready?
Hashtag
First of all-
Supercuts.
First
Ready?
of all, where'd you go for the haircut? That would probably give
Barbara
a hint.
Ha. on
Barbara
White
Ha.
Barbara
Ave.
Ha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you ready?
it's-
Quick shout out.
Are you
so
ready?
it's on White Ave. It's probably like a small hole in the wall place.
It's not. It's
Boutique.
actually like at the whole upper floor of this place.
Oh, really?
So it's even more
Okay.
boutique.
Nice,
It's hidden.
nice.
Are you ready?
Let's
Yeah.
all
All right,
guess
lay it
first.
on us. Lay it on us.
Guess first.
Oh, you know what? All right.
You're overselling. I don't know if you're overselling
Go.
it to make us feel like it.
Go.
Did you get a beard trim as well?
Yes.
Oh.
$65
Okay.
Did they straight blade anything?
Nope.
plus GST.
No straight blade.
No straight
And you're
blade.
trying to tell me how expensive it is? I think these guys don't know what they're doing. Never mind. I'm gonna say $87.90.
Sure. And
103 with tax.
all right. $340.
What did you pay for?
No.
Did you pay for everybody in the room's haircut?
Okay, so the story goes is that
300
the haircut
place-
was like $75. Okay, the
Nobody,
haircut was $75.
nobody interrupt
No one
him. I want to
interrupt.
hear the story
All right.
because
So
I
the
wanna
haircut
I
smack
will
him.
mute your microphone.
Haircut
It's okay.
was $75 with tip 90, reasonable. Fair,
Yeah,
like,
sure.
not bad,
Yeah,
not bad.
fair
I paid that
Good
before.
men's cut.
And-
Yeah,
and-
absolutely.
And I get outside, and I see a fucking ticket on my car.
Oh,
$250
Oh,
Thank
for
you,
parking
Okay.
City of Edmonton.
for parking in a
E-Park.
handicap spot. Apparently,
Ooh.
there's parallel parking handicap spots now. No idea about that one.
So everybody,
Ooh,
Josh
damn.
is a bad person.
Like right in front.
Yeah, well, no, it was actually off to the side. Apparently, I don't even know why, because there's a church there and fucking
What
handicap
street is it
parking.
on? It's right on.
Yeah, like
White, yeah.
white and fucking right before the bridge where you go to the.
Okay, so down like 101,
99th
99.
Street.
Yeah, 99.
That'd be-
Okay, so
100,
now that we
101st.
figured out how much the haircut actually costs, and
Yeah.
$75.
Yeah.
I was
What
closest.
what happened in this haircut that cost $75? I'd like to
See,
know. It's a beard.
how
It's
good
a
it
beard
looks.
trim. I know, but
You get like you
men's
also get a
cut,
wash.
like a good. If
you
you
get a
go to a
wash.
good men's cut,
I go
it's
to-
probably $50-$60 base, and then beard trim is like 15.
I
Yeah.
started going
Yeah.
to the Mr. Barber by my place. They straight blade your facial hair. They straight blade your neck.
Yeah.
Then they do a wash and they do a fade.
I don't like going to the franchise hair
It's
places.
a small
I'm
franchise,
very
just like
fussy.
4 locations.
I'll be honest with you guys. In Montreal, I found my guy. I fucking would fly out there for that guy. And
See, if I
come
found a
back.
guy, I'd pay him like
Yeah.
maybe $60 plus a $20
fucking
tip.
shout out to Cheeto out in fucking Montreal.
But
Cheeto?
we also remember that I grew up getting my
It's not his
haircuts at the
actual name,
old
but-
Wellington barber shop, and those haircuts until I was 15 cost $10. And when I
Supercuts?
turned 15, they cost it's the Wellington barber shop. and then when I turned
What a
15,
neighborhood,
they became $16.99 per haircut.
Oh.
So
Rip off
and I got a nice hard candy.
Your dad made you pay the difference.
You guys want to hear some irony though?
Just kidding.
I'm probably more handicapped than any fucking person that
I was-
parks in those handicap
Man,
spots.
I
yeah,
was
you
gonna
know,
say that.
you should have just started limping
Past
around
tense.
and been like, "Oh man, they gave me a tip."
I'm back.
You know
back.
what? I could have a fucking placard. I was like,
They
nah,
gave.
no placard for me. No
Nice.
placard for me.
So
Anyway,
like it,
without
I
the
like it.
parking ticket and everything, $75.
yeah, $75.
That's honestly
plus
pretty
tips, so
reasonable
90.
for a beard like haircut. I don't know. I don't have facial hair, so I would
You know what?
never-
I actually only started. I literally got my beard like professionally trimmed for the first time a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
It looks immaculate.
it
you.
is worth it.
I
for sure.
I
It
am
looks really good.
never going back to doing it myself.
Yeah.
Never, ever, ever.
I
it
never
makes
go-
such a difference, and like it.
After
I don't
about
know.
4 weeks too, it's
Oh, yeah.
great. Like
Oh, yeah, for
4
sure.
weeks is a perfect time to go get a haircut and a beard
Yeah.
trim, and like
Yeah.
you're good to
No,
go.
it makes a huge like how it looks and the lengths and stuff. I'm like, oh, I didn't even think of that. Or like I would always screw up holding the razor, so I'd get uneven lengths and stuff.
And
so
he's like fucking in there. He's like,
it is actually a very intimate experience where
He's, like,
you're used
measuring
to your
it?
hairdresser staying behind you, but they're just like,
in
oh
front
no,
of you.
like right in you.
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying. That barber that I went to in my neighborhood that was a lot cheaper than yours. It may be like a franchisee thing, but like the guy walked in, I walked in, he walks out from behind the counter. He's like, "You haven't been here before. What's your name?" Shakes
Oh,
my
yeah.
hand. He like introduces me to my barber and then straight blades everything that's not on top of my head. I'm never going back to not getting everything
I
straight
have a
bladed.
question for you two. Like, I've known you guys for a long time.
Yeah.
Would you ever go back to being clean shaven?
Yeah.
I
That's a good-
remember when you
that's a
both
good. That's a very good question.
didn't have facial hair, and
Okay.
you guys would look
You go
completely
first.
different.
You go first.
Well,
I vote for grade 11 hair though.
Have like
do it
have
with
you
the beard,
showed-
honestly.
I vote grade 11 hair, but he straightens it.
Have you showed anybody
That-
else
that don't
pictures
touch the
of your,
floor. That's
like,
not
of your-
sanitary.
Like if I become friends with. Back to the beard. I accidentally hit the space bar because my screen went to sleep. Beard. See, I'm actually kind of married to the look because I've had a pretty, like even, well, it's quite a bit longer now, and in the past
Yeah.
6 to 12 months, I've kept it a bit longer than before, but I still had it bare minimum your length, and mine's a
Yeah,
bit
like, you've
thicker
always
in
had it
here than
thicker.
yours, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
So even if it was short, I still had like a beard,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
So I'm very much married to the look.
True. Yeah. 'Cause
And-
you've been rocking it for a while now. Hey?
6 or so years.
Yeah, like a
so
long time.
so it's kind of part of my look where I would just look so weird if I didn't have it, you know. And I was actually thinking this today. So when someone looks at me, I look like me, right? I don't
Yes.
look like me with a beard. I look like me.
Yeah.
If you showed up with a big beard next time I saw you, you would look like Spencer with a beard.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Fair point.
So if
Fair
I
point.
shaved it all off, I would a bunch of people probably wouldn't recognize me, and I don't
just,
know.
Like,
I'm just
imagining
used to it.
you,
Yeah.
Like, I'm just kind of like imagining
but
you with a beard.
but I
Like
I
grade
like
12
it.
Thomas?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I like it. I like how it looks. I like having it. It's fun to do like the products and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's, I don't know. I do enjoy having it. That's why I keep a long beard.
Josh, how about you?
all year
Would you ever
round,
go clean shaven again?
Well, I
He
fucking
has been.
I literally go
Actually,
like
yeah.
You deviate a lot.
on
from
a
me.
year
it's every
basis.
6
It's
months.
like this, man. So like when I came back from Montreal, I had the fucking masher.
You had a huge beard. when you
Yeah,
came
I
back
had the
from Montreal.
masher, and then I put it like I've never been clean. I don't think I've been clean shaven in probably 6 years as well.
Yeah.
But I've been like stubble. Like
Stubble.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But that being said, like the whole hair thing, I'll like go long hair. I'll go fucking.
Yeah, you've had like different kind of hair.
I just go all over the place.
Yeah,
Thomas,
okay.
would you ever contemplate bringing back the?
No.
Long
I'm
hair.
gonna answer for him.
The Jesus hair?
The issue it would be cool to have now because I could style it a lot better and stuff. But
Yeah, it was not styled.
no,
back then
not
at all.
There we go.
remotely. But
The attachment to the Long and Hard podcast is Thomas's
Long-
men's fashion.
there you go.
yeah,
And long
but,
hairstyling.
But so
podcast.
the awkward in between phase would be too bad. I just couldn't
Dude,
couldn't
I
truck
remember,
through it. So
like,
and I actually enjoy having short hair. It's so much little to worry
When
about. And
he
You'd
stuff.
look like
I
a
like how it
bearded
looks.
mom with a bob cut.
Well, in the in between, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Or it would just be like
The
a
in between
fro.
is the worst.
The in between is the worst.
How's
Once
the
it's
longest
actually
you've ever
long,
grown your hair?
Oh God. There's
Yeah,
like
actually. Have
there's
you
some
ever
pictures.
had-
Yeah, there's some
'cause
pictures.
a lot
on-
of people had teenager long hair.
Yeah,
or,
well, you
or-
remember
so-
back in the day when flow was the
Flow,
thing.
hockey
Yeah,
hair.
flow,
Yeah,
whatever.
so
yeah,
I think
yeah.
mine went down to my shoulders, like right around the time that like all the boys got their hair cut for cancer. Mine was like
Oh,
down
you
to
did
my
have
shoulders.
long hair when we
Yeah.
were like around 20ish. Yeah,
Yeah,
I remember that. I
19,
forgot about that.
I had like stupid long hair.
Yeah.
I totally forgot about that.
I had
Yeah,
the
you did.
Wall
It's
Street
because I
for years,
deleted my Facebook that had those pictures because I was 19 when I had that hair. I deleted it because I applied for the police and cut it all off.
Right.
I've never had long hair.
I had the
look
Wall
so-
Street.
I look
The
so
Wall
but-
Street is good.
But
Gordon
does,
Gekko.
Does anybody remember Spencer's hair before we made him change it? Do you remember what
Oh,
we
you're
called
bringing
Spencer's
this up?
hair?
Who called it Friar
John.
Talk?
That was me and John that like
Yeah.
for sure came up with
John
that.
did help my look out, honestly. Like,
Oh, 100%.
See, this is actually an interesting point in that, is bullying bad? Yes, but there should like.
I don't
Here's the
think it
thing.
was
Here's the
bullying. I
thing.
think it was
Here's
just,
the
like-
thing. Some negative criticism and feedback. Humans are social creatures. We need some level of feedback. You need someone to say that color doesn't look good on you, or that hairstyle
Actually,
doesn't
this
look
is
good
kind
on
of a
you.
good point,
Yeah.
We actually need that. Like we need
Yeah.
that social feedback, and to totally rule that out is just like a chronic narcissist to have no.
Yeah.
It took a
negative
year and a half
stuff.
of chronic feedback to
But-
Spencer for him to change his
I can
fucking
speak
hair.
to this
yeah.
though. Like, John, honestly, it did kind of because John got
We
like,
were assholes about
No,
your hair
you
for
were-
so
you said
long.
something
We
about my
literally
hair.
would redo your hair like we were your
You know what,
big
Spencer?
sisters.
I don't think
Oh,
I
yeah.
ever said anything.
I
So.
don't think you did. But like,
Who's the real friend here?
yeah, seriously. but John, like, I actually remember, like, he would talk about my hair, and he's actually the one that got me to the gym for the first time. Like,
Is that-
religiously.
Oh, yeah?
and like
Nice.
this kind of ties in with like the whole sober October thing. Like when John, like
He
we
was the
started
reason.
gym back in
He was
day.
the reason me and you did that bet back like when we were 20.
Yeah, like,
remember
to
we
not
did
drink
that
for,
bet.
like,
It was like the
3
New
months.
Year one, and we
Yeah.
did
What
like
was it? Who could go longest
who
without
could go
drinking?
longest. I went 6 months. He collapsed at 3 months.
We went like 3 months.
That's pretty
he had to
good.
buy me dinner or something.
But that was also in the peak of going to the ranch every weekend.
Dude, it was.
That's
Yeah,
pretty
it
impressive.
was.
Yeah.
That's
It
more
was.
impressive that way.
Yeah, that was the hard part. Spencer collapsed on somebody's birthday.
Whose birthday was it?
I don't know, somebody that was born in March.
Yeah. But so, but like,
All I know is that I won and you lost, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
But
That's
like,
funny.
I kind of have like, it kind of goes back to like when John got me in the gym the first time. Like, I hadn't really like gone to the gym to like work out a lot, and that's kind of where it all started to get into like sort of a routine of being active. Like,
Yeah.
because that was a point. Like, we were how old? Like mid 20s,
19,
maybe?
20, 21.
20.
We were 19.
So I mean, like, I hadn't really like aside from playing hockey and stuff. Like, I really wouldn't work out or do anything, right?
I would take you to the YMCA and be like, all right, let's do these. And you do like 2 bicep curls and you're like,
I'm
these
out.
make my arms
See you
hurt.
later, man.
Yeah. So like he kind of got me into the whole routine of, kind of having an active lifestyle, which honestly to this day I've kind of kept going. Like
Yeah.
that was my first sort of
Well, skiing and
yeah,
biking
kind
and
of
all
getting
that
into
shit,
like a
right? So,
routine and like him, making fun of my hair. Honestly, probably a good thing.
yeah.
So
yeah,
bullying
for
is
sure.
good.
Bullying is
Yeah.
good.
Hey,
Well,
my
clip
high
it.
school bully's my best man,
I
right?
was
Yeah,
about- we
actually,
talked
yeah.
about
We
this
talked about this
already,
last
yeah.
time,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
You I do remember like the
gotta
girls we were
gauge
friends
it.
with were like, Spencer, you should do your hair like they would put a
They
little
would
gel in
actually
it
do
and
it
stuff.
before we go out.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then you would
they'd
change it
help you
back to
out, and then you
fire
put it
fucking
back to
talk.
just
Yeah, but like
You're
now,
like, I'm gonna go get you some bread and put on my fucking one-piece brown suit to not get laid.
steal
I-
from the rich to feed the poor.
Yeah. He's
no,
like,
like-
ladies, I'm a man of the cloth.
it definitely was.
Come to my house.
And
yeah, exactly.
it definitely kind of it definitely was a thing because like back in the day, I honestly cared about how I looked a lot.
You did a ton. So
Yeah.
the fact that you wouldn't change your goddamn hair
Yeah,
drove us
so
all
I was-
nuts.
Well,
Yeah.
it's if you're in the habit or the routine.
Well, that's the thing. I
the
think that
change
the-
is weird, right?
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
wouldn't wear a hat to the bar either. Like you were like, I'm not wearing a hat. You'd always go hatless, and your hair literally had like
I see
Josh
you.
likes it.
your hat. Your hat had your hair
Hats to
had
the
like
bar?
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Bro, I played hockey. I can do whatever I want.
Yeah.
Plus, I have a bad hairline thanks to my family.
Biggest forehead in the league over
Oh,
there.
100%.
You're-
My parents, if you could plug a cord into my ass, you'd be able to get satellite. Stand
Oh,
me on
man,
the
that's
roof.
good.
The
Yeah,
size of it,
yeah.
no,
I don't know. It is what it is, right? So
Yeah, genetics.
So kind of like since we're on the topic of
Yeah,
like, the
so-
gym and stuff.
yeah, so 45 minutes in, let's recap Sober October.
Oh,
So how'd everyone do with their 31 days of purity?
Should we go each person at a time?
Go for it.
Yeah, you start because you were the worst.
Yeah, you're the cheater.
You owe $300 out of
Yeah,
31
Jesus.
days.
Yeah.
Well, in my defense, I told you guys at first.
Oh
that
yeah,
I
you
would-
got
yeah,
you got
yeah.
you got 2 free
I got
passes.
So
free
how'd
pass.
you do after your?
So after the
Unearned
2 free
free
passes,
passes.
honestly, it wasn't that bad. I thought the whole like it took a few days to get into the routine, I guess. So like the first
What was your personal task? No eating out.
no,
right?
yeah, like no eating out and then like obviously like the physical activity.
Yeah,
every
yeah.
day. So the not eating out actually wasn't that big of a deal. It took like it's not like I eat out lots, but I do
the
probably-
breakfast and the
Snacks here and
the
there,
breakfast,
the odd
the
lunch.
snacks,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
gotta like
Me too, bro.
you
Yeah.
gotta like
Oh yeah, for sure.
to-
Absolutely. I'm
yeah.
so fucking bad.
go
but,
eat.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
so-
making sexually.
I really realized
innuendo.
how bad I was. Like this month, I really realized how
Yeah.
bad I was because like I'd be there on like a Thursday going out for cold calling and be like, God damn man, like
Tim Hortons is
I
right
could
there.
really use a breakfast sandwich
2
right now.
for $5
Yeah.
breakfast Sammys at
Oh,
Tim's.
Starbucks dropped that.
Ooh.
Yeah, dude.
Starbucks dropped that coffee and breakfast sandwich for
McDonald's
$4.
started adding chicken to their breakfast
Yeah,
sandwiches.
fuck
Oh,
that. I
shit.
don't need a chicken.
It's
McMuffin.
almost like they fucking knew it was
I don't.
Sober
I don't
October,
need a
hey?
chicken
They knew.
McMuffin on an English muffin. That's not gonna entice me.
It's
the worst
literally
combo.
it's a junior chicken with a
Hold
different
up.
bun.
Hold up. What?
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
all it
you
is.
haven't seen
They're
this?
like, would you like
So-
chicken for breakfast? We're gonna
Oh,
toss that.
So,
out.
so it's a junior chicken. So you have a chicken McMuffin or
I'll
a
pull up a
chicken
picture of it.
McGriddle. So yeah, pull up a picture. And but so the chicken McMuffin is like English muffin,
Yeah.
junior chicken patty, like the seasoned,
Like the breaded.
the breaded. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, it's fucking good. But but
So it's chicken and egg.
no egg, no
No,
egg. So
no
it's
egg.
just-
What?
Yeah,
so
it's-
it's just
that.
it's
it's-
that's the McGriddle one.
it's
So
literally just a junior chicken
So-
on a McGriddle
yeah.
or an English.
Did they not
muffin.
want to put the egg and the chicken together? Because that's like.
That's what I thought they
it's like
do.
murder
but
or
it
something?
literally,
Yeah.
it literally cost $2.99. Like it cost nothing.
Ah.
yeah, but so the chicken McMuffin is patty, some sort of mayo, and then
No
cheese,
lettuce. They cut the
cheese,
lettuce out.
no lettuce,
No
and then
health.
yeah, so you could probably add an egg to it; it'd be good. And then the McGriddle is so funny because there's no sauce on it; it's just the 2 pancake patties with the junior chicken in the middle.
The calorie count isn't that high. It's only 390 calories, which is pretty surprising.
that
Is that
the-
the McMuffin or the McGriddle?
That's-
the McGriddle? So it's about
What?
the same as an egg McMuffin actually
Interesting.
Oh, really?
in calorie
Huh.
count. Yeah, more fat
Interesting.
though. It's got like 15 grams of fat.
Oh, damn.
Jeez.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, sorry. So
Back to your
Your
goals.
Sober
Oh
October
yeah.
experience.
So, it, like yeah,
It's back to you now.
it actually went pretty well. Like the first couple of days, just to get into like the whole routine of everything. Like that part was tough because, I mean, I did have to work. Like pretty late some days, so that part of like being like exhausted from work
doing the
and getting
workout.
home and like like getting everything together, making dinner, going to the gym, like so that part.
I
It took,
started fasting on purpose.
Yeah, so it took a little bit of more. I did the
Efficient.
more meal prepping thing, which was
Yeah.
sweet. Like I kind of beat people that meal prep, but honestly,
Yeah.
it
You're like, that makes
saves you time.
sense.
No, it totally makes sense. It saves a lot of time and just like after a day at work, the last thing I want to do is actually come home and cook dinner.
Oh,
and
God.
everything.
Oh yeah,
So
start from scratch.
it's nice just to have it ready, and they can just eat, and watch some TV for a bit, and then head to the gym and
Yeah,
stuff.
Yeah,
for sure,
fair.
for sure. So how'd you do? So obviously you had 3 nights off?
Yeah.
2 nights. We gave him 2
Or
nights
2
off,
nights. 2
but
nights off.
he
2 nights
cheated.
off?
He cheated last week at Devin's
Oh
house.
yeah, he did.
Oh,
He
yeah,
did. He
I
did
had
come
a-
clean, but he did cheat.
I
So
He
Yeah.
tried to entice me to try and
I did try to
supplement
entice.
your anger. we did both feel your anger when you walked in the room, though. You were
only
very,
reason-
very disappointed.
oh shit, Dad's coming downstairs.
Yeah, it was like,
So we're at the fucking comedy show last
like, oh my
night.
God, Thomas is coming. Bryce, hide it, Bryce, hide it.
We're at the comedy show last night, and the 2 girls had fucking 2 drinks each, and this guy was just like,
Thomas was like,
We
oh, what's
roasting
that?
them?
they're like, October's over. I fucking pull up my phone. I'm like,
It
does
is
this-
he just points
October
to
just
it, says
pointed
31st.
October 31st.
Hey, 2 girls, 1 Mike. You cheated.
2 girls, 1.
You know what? Fuck it. That's their new name.
No,
2 girls, 1 Mike.
No, 2 girls.
That's
1
why I start calling them
broadcast.
anyways.
2
and then
girls,
I
1
smell them.
Mike. Holy fuck, that's awesome. Anyway,
So they actually drank last night.
they did.
Yeah.
So
Exposed.
They
Exposed.
This is
They owe
coming.
some
Actually, this will
money.
be on next week. So
They owe some money.
yeah, yeah. So anyway, so
Yeah.
so you screwed
That's
up
at least.
Devin,
Do
so
are we charging per drink for that $10, or are we charging per day?
We should.
It
So is that
it is
$40?
the official rule is just per day. So yeah, yeah.
So
So
30
what? So what
30
about?
bucks?
Yeah, but what about you? How do you do?
How many days did you cheat?
What's that?
What are we
I'm just
looking
getting
at?
wished happy end
Yeah,
of sober
end
October.
Of sober
Oh,
October.
that's
Oh,
nice.
really?
Nice.
So
What a
wait,
sweetheart, whoever that was.
Yeah.
What was
That
your
was very
question,
nice of
sorry?
her. So, and then how do you do on workout, personal tasks? Like did
Workout
you-
was good actually. First time I went to the gym, consistently for a long time.
Nice.
So
good.
I kind of rotated between I would go to the gym, I would go rock climbing, and then gym, rock climbing. So the arms got a pretty good workout this month for sure.
nice.
A question from the class.
And you did physical. What about the hungover days after? Sorry, one
Okay,
second.
thank
Keep,
you.
keep your hand up. If
Yeah,
you
we
would, please. Keep
noticed
your
you.
hand-
We
So-
noticed you. You can just put your finger up.
Those the hungover days.
Yeah, after
I
the concerts,
personally-
did you still go work out? Did
Yeah,
you
I
do
kept it on
I'm
the
sorry, I thought
rails.
this was sober October. How are you hungover?
any? Yeah.
Well, that's the thing.
Interesting
Ooh.
question, Bryce.
Ooh.
So 3 days.
Yeah,
Any missed workouts
the whole month.
/ days of physical activity?
No,
Yeah.
I did some I did something physical every day.
Nice.
For the month,
Nice.
Yeah.
Any faltering from the personal task? Did you eat out at all?
Oh.
We'll do the Logan Paul thing. Or
I-
they do
like,
the
we gave
light
I
you-
and
bought
the-
coffee though. I
Oh,
bought
Coffee. Okay.
Coffee
so,
doesn't count.
So this
Coffee
is something I
doesn't
came to because we had both had the same no eating out.
Yeah.
Is I said no liquids counted. If you were going for a coffee or
okay.
whatever, my boss was like, you can't get coffee if you can't eat out. I'm like, I can have
Yeah, that's
caffeine.
the thing,
I
it's
don't
like-
have an unlimited supply of coffee for 8 hours
Honestly,
of
that was
cold
the part
call.
of
Oh,
the
yeah.
whole month I was kind of unsure, but I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, I need McDonald's
Oh,
coffee
yeah.
to survive.
Quite frankly, I wouldn't
So-
have made it through this month without
Yeah, dude.
caffeine.
So that was the only
The
part.
amount
Yeah,
of caffeine I
co-
drank this month was out of control with
Yeah.
the lack of eating I did.
Well, that's the thing too.
Yeah.
I intake
So-
less than 1,500
So,
a day.
Not
healthy.
do you eat out at all or no?
No, I kept it honest the whole month.
Nice.
So,
Nice.
So yeah, a no eating, only got coffee. Yeah, honestly, it felt really good. I might continue it honestly. Maybe do no booze November.
Yeah.
Wild,
Wow.
wild idea. I don't know,
As
I
you're
just-
drinking a natural light on November
Yeah.
1st.
celebrating,
November
though.
1, yeah.
But I feel
Cheater.
like it's not like I drink lots.
Ski season starts.
Yeah, but not till December though. So.
What are you talking about? Sunshine opens in literally 6 days.
Oh yeah, I guess so.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Who
Sunshine,
goes in
though.
November? That's
Sun-
I
that's way
do.
too
I
early.
I
love
like to pay.
Sunshine, but
I
who
like to
goes in
pay
November?
extra money because I don't have to pay to get my skis fixed because I just do it myself.
Yeah. Yeah. They also charge a regular season pricing for opening weekend, which is a joke.
Yeah, but you're
7
you're
out
special.
of
You
40 runs open, but
Don't go on opening day.
Oh yeah.
yeah. Also,
Yeah.
don't jump off of a ledge. That's a bad
Yeah.
idea.
Don't
Yeah.
jump up, yeah.
Don't do that too.
But
But don't go on opening day.
Yeah. But no, for the whole
second day.
Just
maybe.
don't go to that ski hill. That ski hill sucks. Anybody goes to opening day on that at once, just
Sunshine.
asking for bad things.
We can
to
say the
happen.
name.
Can you? Which hill was it? I don't even know this.
Nikiska.
Oh, really?
Nakiska.
Yeah.
Is that the one
Actually,
right across the road
it's
on
the-
the other side of the highway?
No, it's it's south and it's across onto the south side, and then they only
Where's Norquay?
Norquay's on the
like halfway
Nor-
between
Nor-
Nikiska and Banff.
Yeah,
There's
but
a few-
it's on the
Okay.
it's on the north side of the
I've
road.
actually
Yeah. Okay.
weird. I've never been to Norquay or Nikiska.
Don't go to either of them.
I've been
Nikiska's
I've been
the-
in Norquay when I was a
Nikiska
little
sucks.
kid.
Yeah.
But,
Nikiska's literally, this is what Nikiska does. They open up the hill, but sorry for that. That's my whole stomach just like
That
making
sounded so
sounds.
weird on the
that was a
headphones.
weird sound. Yeah.
So Nikiska, they'll open up the first lift.
Yeah.
And tell me if it was different.
Hey
when you
Jamie,
went.
we need a couple more drinks over
Yeah.
here. Go on, Bryce.
I'm good.
What do you guys want?
So when they open up the first lift, and then you have a choice of like kind of like stomping your way
Vodka
through
soda,
snow
same thing.
rocks to like the next
just
two
vodka soda,
lifts, and they're like, do you want to sit on the lift for 2 hours, or do you want to sit on the lift line for 1 hour? And then you go up, and then you go back down to those like super long lines.
So how they had it that day, my memory is pretty foggy from all of the massive painkillers I was on. But essentially, they took you up to like middle of mountain, and then they had one to the top of mountain and one like to like
Yeah.
mid mountain, and yeah. So, but there was no snow
Anywhere.
at base,
Yeah,
so you couldn't
anywhere.
ski to the base.
Yeah,
you
that's
couldn't
how it
ski
was when I
down.
went too.
Yeah,
I've
so-
only been once. I was like, I'm never doing this again.
Yeah, me too.
There's a shot glass. Shot glass.
I'm gonna go take a piss. Keep going.
Pee break.
Okay, you know what? Fuck it, everyone. I tried to make this settle. Hang on, we're gonna pause.
No, keep going.
Actually, you know what? We're gonna keep going. Okay, so tell us about your sober October experience, Bryce.
Okay, my
Welcome
sober
to the
October.
Thomas and Bryce show.
Yeah, this is what it should be actually. Fuck Josh.
Yeah, Josh sucks.
Yeah, he sucks.
Fuck that guy.
Look at that two-tone plaid shirt. He looks like he wants to be a country singer, but he's not.
Douche.
Yeah.
Looks like Morgan Wallen with that shirt on.
Yeah, but we have headphones on,
Are you
so
gonna
we
give
can't hear
yourself
it.
a double?
So, anyways, my podcast, my sober October went pretty well. The toughest thing I found was getting to the gym every day, especially the last couple of weeks. But luckily, Judy's mom gave us a treadmill, and I have
Really?
a lot of stuff downstairs. So I did my workouts for the last week downstairs. But the nice thing was I actually went to the gym every day for the first 2.5 weeks.
Nice.
And then I worked out. I went to the gym like 3 days a week for the last couple of weeks, but I worked out at home. And I discovered, as I said on our Facebook page, if anybody joined it, is that your dogs can be a great help for if you're trying to become a jogger.
Man, dogs are good for everything.
That was good.
All you do is it helps when it's cold. I actually didn't mean to do this for running, but I tied them to my waist because it was too cold out for my nimble,
I don't know whose is whose.
cold hands.
Yeah, I think because I had the
So my cold hands had to be kept in my pockets, so I tied them to my waist when it started getting cold. And I discovered that they pull harder than I walk. So if I run, it makes the walk a lot faster. So I can go for a 20-minute run and cover like 3 to 5 kilometers and burn like 500 calories.
Yeah.
Or I can walk for 15 minutes and freeze my ass off.
Where do you go run? Like
Nice.
just in the neighborhood? Or?
Just around our neighborhood.
Yeah.
We have a big lake in our neighborhood, so we go to a run around that.
Are there lots of trails?
Is there
and
like
stuff?
oh yeah there
Yeah, just down the road past school. Well, we have a road, but they didn't finish the path
Oh.
for some reason.
it'll be
Not in the
probably next
budget
year
this
sort
year.
of thing,
Eventually.
yeah.
One day
Not
down
in
the
budget
road.
next year. Yeah. What? Oh no, that's
And then
that's good. That's good.
eating out was
Yeah,
a
how'd you do on
pain
that?
in the ass because I work like unlike Spencer.
Well,
like,
you're like me, where you're like traveling salesman kind of thing, right? So
I work an office job too, and every Friday we go for like lunch.
yeah,
And every Friday I go and sit for lunch because I'm a good sport and I want to hang out with the team. I go and sit there and just like hang out. And they're like, do you want anything to drink? I'm like, no, I have water.
Dude,
Like, do you want anything to eat? I'm like, no, I'm actually not eating this month. Thank
Actually,
you.
this is funny. So like, Thomas and I went to Earl's like last weekend, and
this is funny.
I've never gone to
Oh,
I've never gone to
Do
Earl's.
you want to start the camera again? There you go. You're good.
So, Thomas and I went to Earl's last weekend, I guess.
Yeah, last weekend.
And that's the first time I've ever gone to Earl's and not ordered anything. And like, honestly, ordered a water. I felt so weird actually doing that.
You are a server's worst nightmare. That's
Our
actually-
server looked at us
terrible
and she's
person.
like, "Okay, water."
Why
yeah,
did you guys
cool."
go to Earl's during Sober October?
I wanted to eat before we went to Devin's house, and it's right over here. So
I was gonna say, did you just miss Durr? He was like gone for like 2 hours.
and I
You're
went,
like, oh, I miss him so much.
and I went.
I need Earls.
It was funny. So, like, he texted me asking if I wanted to go for dinner,
I totally forgot it was his
and I was like,
goal.
no, dude, I can't. Like, that's honestly my thing is like not going. But I'll come anyway for a drink. But
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go to Earl's and just like not
ice
order
water.
anything. I just had
Yeah.
water. It's very weird.
I got an ice
It's-
water, no ice, please.
Well, that's like this
Amazing.
month. Like, my fiance, she's like had a super rough month with like some kids in her class because she's a teacher.
Yeah.
And
She just wanted to drink.
no, she just when she has a long day, and especially like I've had a long month, is that you just like don't want to cook food, and I cook all the food
Fair.
in the house.
Order a pizza or whatever.
Yeah, and so
no,
like
I
it's
get
been like
it.
it's been like like I'm gonna eat eggs and rice and or eggs and toast and
Pretty good combo though, eggs and rice.
I literally could live off eggs, and
Dude.
so like I'll have to like order her skip the dishes, and like it happened last night because she got stabbed with a tack at one point in her day. No, yeah, she just got like
Yikes.
a tetanus shot.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah. Oh, dude, some of the kids just go nuts. You see some of these pictures.
Oh man.
One kid like smashed an iPad to pieces.
Rage
You could see
out of
bitsy
pure rage.
pieces. Oh yeah, just mad.
Right on.
Teaching's fun.
Yeah. So, and then one thing just to grill you about on Thanksgiving
Yeah.
when you had people over
Yeah.
Oh.
and you were very stressed out Snapchatting us, you're like, God, I need a drink.
Yeah.
Did you have a drink that
I didn't
day?
have a drink.
It's
You
your time to
didn't
come
buckle.
clean.
No, I didn't have a drink at all. Not one.
Okay, but actually,
I was insanely aggravated.
Nice.
You can
Nice,
you
nice.
can
I appreciate
you can
that, Bryce. I
reference this to
appreciate that.
Judy is that like I was ready to murder her. Don't tell her.
Can you tell us why you were aggravated? What
Because
spurred the what
two
spurred it?
people sent out all these invites to 40 people to come to my house, my brand new house that I keep clean immaculately.
Who were these two people? Can you like mouth who they were?
well, we'll say it off air. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
Judy and Caitlin. They
Write down
invited
the
every,
timestamp. We'll
We'll take that.
they
out.
invited everybody to dinner, and essentially Judy got schmammered, and Judy knows this shit. I looked after all of dinner by myself.
Nice work.
Bryce was the resident dad that night.
I did
He
all,
a good job.
I did
He
all
a
the
good job.
daily clean. She worked that day until 4, so the cleaning the house, I'll let her have a pass on that one. But like the actually hosting of people, like Facebook said that they were hosting, was done by Bryce Laidler.
What'd you cook?
I did like a spatchcock turkey that I almost cut my fingers off the night before trying to do, and then
Did you catch the turkey?
no.
Did you catch the wild turkey yourself?
Thomas
Imagine that,
Thomas
eh?
Thomas made the world's best
Mashed potatoes.
mashed potatoes
From scratch.
ladies, from scratch.
With my own 2 hands.
I almost didn't get any because the 17 people ahead of me took them all. So
17 people had it.
He's not bitter about this. Is the best part. So.
yeah, the best part is I had a
so-
great night.
So any days did you falter? Any days?
No.
Nice. Wow. So
Confident.
perfectly clean record.
Yeah.
Wow. Nice work, boys.
I
So
don't-
$0 are coming
I
from
don't.
you.
I don't have.
$0.
I don't have
$0.
any money
Wait.
to spare.
The dollars thing, I obviously owe
We're
money.
donating it. Yeah.
$30.
30
Yeah. You got
30
$30.
bucks?
Can I just make it an even 40? I don't have a 10.
You can. We'll get to that. We'll get to
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna donate $20 for it
Yeah,
just
might as
because I
well.
want to donate.
that. Okay.
Nice.
Josh.
Fair enough.
Josh?
I owe $300.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm just kidding.
Like, wow, you
Just
really came
kidding.
off the
Wow,
right.
you're a
290.
terrible human being, but also decent at the same time because you donate because you have to.
Yeah, exactly. No, I did pretty well with the 5 a.m. thing, although, as we were talking about before the podcast started, I was like getting up at like 3 a.m. some days, going back to sleep at like 7, fucking getting up at 5, going back to sleep at like 10:30.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say I tried joining you during like week 2 when you were saying it was like a real pain in the ass. I was
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna give this a go.
So,
On day 2,
What a
I
man,
slept
man.
until 7:30.
It's difficult, man.
so I have a question. Like, what was the president's like at like behind waking up at 5 just to get up? And
I wanted to
never-
get.
or what?
I was hoping the month would get me into like a routine.
Yeah.
And,
Have you never
as
woken
we
up-
can tell by my fucking mix of drinks today,
Yeah.
it's not
Deadly
really
mix of
helping.
tired and wants to pick and sleep.
So did you do 5 a.m. every day though?
I think did 5 a.m. like 26 days.
Honest.
Nice.
I like
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to clarify, naps were not disallowed.
Yeah,
or
you
anything,
can fall
but-
back asleep
yeah.
at 7
Yeah.
o'clock.
So
Yeah.
wait, on weekends you wake up at 5 as well?
Yeah, well, you kind of have to.
Yeah, if you're gonna do it,
Holy
you gotta
shit.
do it.
If you don't,
Wow.
like, you're gonna get fucked.
But the nice thing is,
Yeah.
I have dogs that wake me up at 5 o'clock on the weekends.
Yeah.
Is that like when you wake up 5 o'clock on a weekend, or even like a weekday when you're like, when personally I'm in the field working,
Yeah,
you have so much time to do things.
this is true.
What time?
You
do
get to like
It's true.
5 o'clock in the
I-
afternoon.
yeah.
You're like, what am I gonna do with the
So
rest of my
true.
time? You're
So
like,
true.
you're like, I cured cancer. I bought a car. I flew to the moon and back.
Yeah.
What am I get? I'm tired of my Xbox. I'm tired of
So
TV.
true.
Yeah.
Maybe
yeah.
I'll go for a walk.
What
so
time
true.
do all of you guys normally wake up in the morning?
6.
So am
6:30.
So am I the only one that's up at like
What time are you up at? 5:30?
5:30 consistently?
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah, but none of
What about
us
you?
work labor jobs.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
We all
Is
work
that a
office
church?
I'm all over the
jobs.
place,
so
bro.
we're
No,
all office
No,
jobs.
we all have
so-
clean hands. Like, look at our hands. Mine smell like tacos, actually.
Yeah, we're all very white collar
Yeah.
over on this
My
side of
hands
the room.
are pretty
so-
rough at the moment.
I was gonna say, I don't work outside. It's too cold for me.
Oh, dude, it was so cold the other day. Oh,
yeah.
man.
I'm
not
all
a
over the
gentleman.
place.
Yeah, yeah, no, me, I'm all over the place, and that's one thing I've actually thought about, especially lately, just getting up at better times and going to bed at slightly more reasonable times for sure. But also, one thing is I want to get a Whoop strap actually, or something,
Oh,
some sort of sleep,
same.
Whoop
some sort of
strap.
sleep monitor, not for the fitness stuff, but I actually want to monitor my sleep and
Yeah,
track
that's
how much,
why I want it.
how often I get
talked about this
close to.
earlier.
Yeah, we were
Yeah.
talking about this.
Have you looked at the Aura ring? Aura ring?
Aura ring?
Yeah.
We did?
No, have you?
No.
It's like a
No.
ring you wear.
But it's a
Oh, okay.
subscription. Like,
But
this was
I
our
wanna-
problem with Whoop. Is Whoop.
Whoop, whoop,
Whoop.
Whop.
big whoop. Ha. But
Funny.
no, yeah,
it's because it
it's
costs. You
it's
just
very
subscribe.
expensive, yeah.
Like, it's
It's
the
like
whole like
$30 a month
Bro.
US, and yeah,
shit's free, man.
The world's
It's
smartest
free.
wearable ring.
yeah. But it's wanting to like try to see how close I get to the 7 to 8 hours every
Yeah.
night. Because if you're in your room in your bed for 8 hours, you probably haven't slept for 8 hours,
No,
right?
there's no
So-
way.
You also don't really have a social life if you get up at 5 a.m. It's
Yeah, oh, big
Like-
time. That would be a nightmare, dude.
Yeah.
Like, because I did 5 a.m. club a few years ago, and it was great in that you have so much productive time, and it is you time. It's strictly you time.
cool.
Yeah.
No one's interrupting. No one's asking anything of you. You have like 4 hours of getting shit done before the rest of the world's at it.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay. Well,
But
not
then
the
it's
rest-
also 9 a.m. You've done all your shit for the day, and you're like, "What the fuck do I do now?" Right?
That's what I
And
find
then
it-
you're going to bed at like 8, 9 o'clock, right?
Yeah.
'Cause you're
I find super amazing about like professionals over the age of 35, and they like hit this point in their life, they like own a business or they're a manager or something, or
still
like
at
they're
that?
the boss of something where they don't have somebody that like babysits them every day.
Yeah.
And suddenly they just sleep in every single day. They're like, oh my god, my life is so hard. You like call them at 9 a.m. in the morning, they're like,
They're like still waking up.
so oh sorry guys, I was sleeping, or I'm just getting my day going.
Actually,
It's
like,
fuck
there
off.
are some guys though that like they own businesses. Like when I used to work at the golf course, like there'd be these guys, they own like these like huge businesses, and they'd be like on the tee first thing in the morning at like 6:30 and play a full round of golf and then go to work. Like,
Yeah,
what a
but
life
you
that'd
worked
be.
at a. I'm talking about guys who like don't own like multi-million-dollar companies.
Oh.
You worked at a golf course. I'm not going to name it, but
Yeah.
you worked at a golf course that like those guys own like Sobeys.
Money was flying around in
Yeah.
that course.
Do you want to pull a little more slack in your microphone line there, Bryce? The microphone line.
other
Oh,
line.
this one.
That line.
There you
go.
go. So
I gotta go.
workouts every day.
Workouts, I think I hit every day except for like 2.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Nice.
And those were like on the same days.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
So,
All right.
yeah. So not bad. Not bad at all. I think I owed like $40, I want
Mhm.
to say.
Right on. That's good.
So,
For the kids, right?
yeah, bro, for the
For
kids.
the kids.
Yeah, try to go out on dates, bro. Try and go out on dates when
And
you
not drink.
no, when you get that, and also wake up at 5 a.m.
That'd be exhausting.
Good luck.
What's like your go-to date spot, by the way?
My go-to date spot, bro.
Can't give it away,
I
man.
can't be giving this shit away on the podcast. This is the premium podcast.
Yeah, that's for the premium content.
Yeah.
Patreon.com/long and hard podcast.
Honestly. Fair, yeah. Fair.
Oh, long and hard
OnlyFans.com,
podcast.com/merch.
Yeah, I guess.
Josh's
fair enough.
Edmonton Tinder date guide.
Yeah,
yeah,
gonna start
there you
writing
go.
that. There
Yeah.
you go.
Thomas,
Except I don't use Tinder.
So,
how was your month?
I owe $60 or $70, but that's strictly on the personal task.
Oh,
where
wow.
I just missed it, ran out of time, whatever.
Yeah, that's all
Yeah.
good.
Right.
That's all
So,
good.
but mine. So I don't know. I hit a weird kind of hump or whatever where, because I don't know. Everyone else's personal task was a little more semi-fitnessy related.
Yeah, yours wasn't. Yeah.
Mine was very business related.
Yeah.
And was a good idea in a way, but then there were times where I wished I had actually had done something more fitness related.
Yeah, for sure.
So I just kind of hit a wall with it and felt kind of unmotivated. So,
Yeah.
excuse me. There were about 6 or 7 days where my goal was to follow up with a past client or whatever. I just didn't do it. I was either busy or just not feeling it or in a mood or whatever.
Yeah.
So, and then I figured from the start I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna donate $100. Like, why not, right?
That's
So,
fair. That's fair.
yeah. So,
Right on.
but then, obviously sober, like I did really
You
good
were
on that. Yeah, I did
you were very on that,
every
yeah.
day. Like it was actually no real problem doing the sober portion of it.
I had
So
not an issue.
I
with
was
it.
like, I
Yeah.
did enjoy having a drink today. It was nice, but I was never like, oh man, I need it. I need to drink.
No.
Yeah.
I had a couple days where I was like staring at beer. I was like,
See, that's the
You know,
thing,
I had times where I thought it would be nice, but I never had an undying hankering for it, which was reassuring to myself.
Yeah.
No,
see,
like,
see,
same
that was
here,
me with the
same.
meth pipe.
yeah, see. Well,
Like
then
I was saying earlier with the meth pipe.
there was also a couple times like, but the thing is, I really like solidified my antisocial side of my personality, where I'm like, friends are having things, and they're like, yeah, we're like drinking, and I'm like, guys, and I'd even show up to them, and I'd be like,
Yeah.
I don't want to drink because then I don't have to socialize.
The same thing too. Yeah, like I kind of noticed.
I'm like,
that-
see you later, guys. Bye. I'm
yeah,
not
like
drinking.
this month, like it
I'm
kind
no
of-
fun.
Like the whole not drinking part. Yeah, like it was pretty, like easy, honestly.
Asterisk.
I don't-
for sure.
Asterisk for Spencer.
Yeah,
No, but I mean, like-
excuse
Sorry,
me.
excuse
I
me.
mean, like other than that.
Other
but I
than
mean,
the 3 times I got absolutely shit faced, it was pretty easy.
Yeah, it was pretty
So-
fantastic. I had a fantastic time.
Yeah,
no,
so
because I knew that I had to
So
do
out of
things the
4
next day,
weekends-
so I did
no,
that.
but
I
see,
drank 3
and
of them.
on that note, and the antisocial, it was actually quite nice on weekends having no real pressure to do anything.
Yeah.
Where I'm like,
exactly.
you know what, I can't drink. Like I might as well just not bother going out or whatever. I would take
Yeah,
it easy.
totally.
But it's also nice to wake up fresh and just get.
Yeah.
I would actually, I don't really have a lot of house maintenance to do because I live in a condo, right? So I would
Yeah.
just work and do like
Yeah.
work stuff on
sure.
weekends and
Yeah.
or just take it easy and I don't know, watch some TV or
It's
TV or
actually,
do
like,
whatever
really
the hell. But
relaxing.
it's nice to be totally 100% sober, no hangover, and just doing kind of whatever you want. I don't know.
Well, that was
I
that.
really
My,
enjoy.
my
I
thing
did
too
enjoy
is
it.
that I was
did
like
enjoy
bored
it.
on weekends. It's like I got my
Yeah.
entire office set up this month. I got my Twitch stream back on because I haven't done that in 2 months since I
Yeah.
moved.
Built all the IKEA furniture for your new
All the
house.
IKEA furniture. I bought a desk. I got shelves. I got all
You
my
were-
stuff
Yeah,
set up.
you were busy with your setup.
I'll be
so-
honest with you guys. I just don't see myself ever being hungover ever again. Ever.
I can see myself being hungover tomorrow morning.
Ever.
Nah.
Yeah.
Foul
We'll
point.
we'll fix that for you.
Spencer's nursing one
I have to
light
work.
beer.
One natty light.
I have to work tomorrow. I can't send it tonight.
See,
What
again,
time do you work at?
Spencer?
7.
Spencer
it.
just pointed out another point why I would never go back to be doing a trade or labor
Oh
job.
man, that would a lot of props.
I couldn't
props
have
to
people
those
being
guys.
like, bro, you have to be here at 7:00 on a weekend day. Like, if it was my own business, yeah, sure, I could do it.
Well-
If I was a real estate agent, yeah, sure. If I had to go to a showing at 8 a.m. on a Saturday,
Yeah,
Yeah,
clients. I'm
never.
not doing showings at
8 a.m.
on
Saturday.
yeah,
no,
we're not
honestly,
gonna have
though-
ourselves here.
Honestly though,
Also,
like,
if you want to buy coveralls at 8 a.m., no, I'm not doing that either.
I had a buddy who used to work construction, and we go out to the bar, and he would go home at 2 a.m. and
Dude,
he would
I
have to
know-
be on site at 4:30 a.m. the next morning.
I actually had, but my old roommates worked.
Oh boy, I'm sure it's pretty fucking common, to be honest
dude,
with
I
you.
don't
Oh,
know how.
super
guys do
calm.
I have some friends who work office sales jobs, but they're open on Saturdays, and I think they have to be there at 8 and it opens at 9. But yeah, long nights at
Crazy office is this?
long nights at the bar, and then just at 2 a.m. and be like, oh, gotta be at work tomorrow, and just I don't know, I can't do it.
Yeah,
I need
like,
my
for
baby.
me, it's
I need
not
my
a-
beauty sleep, honestly.
It's
so.
not like for me. It's
I need my being a delinquent Xbox time and then go to sleep at 2 a.m.
Yeah, honestly.
yeah. Like for me, it's not an like every weekend thing. It's just like a very like. it's like a project specific thing. That's the only reason. I
What's
have to
the
do it.
rush? The
Yeah, for
building's
sure.
not supposed to be done until 2022.
It's pretty
I'm
behind.
not gonna say which one, but it's pretty behind. But
Pretty behind.
you
because of
working
the
one
weather.
Saturday is not gonna do much.
Well, yeah. Well, we'll see. I don't know. There's just stuff that has to
Maybe if you do a lot of fucking cocaine, you might be able to get back on.
I'm sorry.
No,
Have
but
you
to-
met Spencer Policies? What he's gonna achieve on a Saturday is not gonna be enough to get back on track. Just kidding, Spencer.
But to go back to like the people, like who go out and then go to work, I honestly don't know how people do that.
Oh yeah, there's see the problem for me is I can't do that because I don't have a boss over my shoulder breathing down my neck who's at if I'm not there at 9:05 is gonna be like where the fuck are you, right?
Yeah.
Must be nice.
I
That'd
have
be
no
like- that's us,
external
though.
pressure for that, which is it's kind of a laziness too, but where it if I wake up kind of hungover, I'm not feeling it. It's guess it's not getting done today. No one's gonna be really
Yeah.
after me,
Yeah.
sort of thing, right? So
I feel
which
like
is a
that's
gift
your own
and a curse.
self-drive. It's like
Oh,
your
yeah,
own thing where it's like
absolutely.
it's like if I don't do this today, I'm not getting paid in a month.
Yeah.
True.
It's like if I'm not working, I'm not succeeding. Whereas like in a lot of other jobs, it's like if I'm not working, I'm just not working.
I'm gonna be in trouble. My boss is gonna be mad. Blah,
And,
blah,
like,
blah.
Yeah,
So,
but what else am
for
I gonna
sure,
do?
for
Yeah.
sure. Yep.
Overtime is nice though, considering like the Japan trip and stuff. Like I'm trying
Yeah.
to save money for that, so it's definitely helping out with that.
Sweet man.
Yeah,
Thanks.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah.
So
No big
thanks for
no
what?
big deal. No big deal. Whatever.
Well, no, that's the reason that I like volunteered to work on the weekends because a little bit extra money never hurts, right?
Was it volunteered or voluntold?
Tiered tolls, a little
Ah,
bit.
told.
Yeah. My friend's the foreman there, so kind of, whenever he needs help,
Greasing the squeaky wheel,
I'm
hey?
kind of his first. I'm like his first ask / he expects me to, so, which is all good though. That's fine. It's nice to be kind of the second fiddle in a way, I guess.
So how do we think?
Assistant to the regional manager.
Exactly.
So how do we think everybody else in Sober October went?
This could get.
Well, so
Alex seemed to do well.
oh man, Alex went
I-
all out. Alex actually told it. So Alex only smoked weed 3 or 4 times, but he was fine with booze, and I think he did the workouts every day.
He was
and stuff.
really
That's actually
liking
really
those,
good for a guy that spends all his time in bars.
In bars, yeah. That's,
Yeah.
Like,
Oh
kudos
yeah,
to that.
exactly. You're hanging out at bars and comedy club, like
Yeah.
Proud of you.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
He was doing 2 shows last night too.
yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Like,
So,
so he's-
props to him. And then I even thought of this halfway through. I'm like, shit, because there's a few other people in there who are more regular weed guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, for
That
sure,
that's a
yeah.
whole that they almost had a 4th task, frankly, because
True.
Just to not
like,
smoke
true.
the whole
yeah,
month?
yeah, exactly.
for
That
sure.
that was a lot extra on top of the drinking thing. So
So does Alex like? I've never actually like asked him. I've never even met the dude, but like, does he like get high before shows or drink while he's up there? Like,
I think it's just like a daily
Uh,
driver thing.
I know some
Yes.
comedians do that. Like
Yeah.
before they go up, they have,
he
like,
he came and talked to us after his show last night, and he
He was drinking
smelled-
water last night.
He was drinking water,
he
but he
actually? Wow.
definitely had smoked weed before because
Yeah.
he smelled like it big time.
Oh, really?
But and then
Hey,
yeah,
room.
a lot of those guys will just sip on a beer while they're up there or
Yeah,
whatever, right?
kinda
So
take the edge off. I
yeah,
guess,
but
for
you
sure.
want to be coherent and thinking.
Oh,
and
for
stuff,
sure.
So,
Yeah, be able to
yeah,
do
for
that,
sure.
Yeah. Who else was in?
But everyone's a
this
little
circle?
different, so I don't know. I think
How'd the girls do?
They went to
nah.
Vegas.
I was gonna say,
Honestly,
Yeah.
of everyone,
They owe $600.
they failed
Did they actually do bad?
miserably.
No, I'm just kidding.
they
I'm just laughing because I know what's gonna happen as soon
Yeah.
as we put this out
We're just
there.
gonna call them
they're
out
gonna
constantly.
text
They're
messages
gonna
are gonna be-
immediately be all over this
Down
like white
my
on
throats,
rice.
So
yeah.
I heard the one episode. I don't know, but they went to like Vegas, like for a birthday.
No,
or
one of the
something?
girls did.
One of the
Ja-
girls did.
Yeah,
Only
Jack
one.
did.
and Jack went to Vegas.
Yeah.
And she was sober the whole time.
I'm sure
Yeah,
she
I'm
was.
sure. Yeah. So
Oh,
I don't know.
really?
I think
I
and then
winked.
we were with them last night, which was October 31st, and they had drinks.
Cheaters.
So, yeah, exactly.
Really?
There's no close
Multiple
enough
drinks.
in sober October.
They're just
so
getting called out.
They
Oh, yeah.
buckled so hard.
they,
man.
Yeah, but at least it's not the 0% alcohol like the last time he called someone else.
Yeah,
That
that
was
funny.
my
That
fault.
was
I
funny.
take
That was both of
full-
our
That was
faults.
funny, yeah.
That
I
was
take
both of our
full.
faults.
Yeah.
That
No,
was,
you called him.
but it was so funny.
You called him out on a podcast. So Thomas called him out in the Facebook group.
Who has wider reach?
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
yeah. So,
Our 17-person Facebook group, or
or
or the Awesome Hour. And I
Shout
think
out
the
Awesome
Awesome
Hour.
Hour.
They have a pretty good audience.
I
so.
think they got a bigger audience than our 17 people. So.
Yeah, but
That was a good podcast. I just want to say that was a solid.
that
one.
was good.
Yeah,
those
the
guys,
Awesome Hour's
those guys
sick.
are. They know what they're doing.
They
for
run
sure.
a tight ship.
They
They know
run
what they're
a-
doing. They know what they're doing.
They know what they're doing. They're not
Yeah.
like us where we set up at the start time and then fuck around and just chat.
Yeah,
and
I thought it was gonna be super late. I'm like, oh, Thomas is gonna be so mad.
No,
at me.
I also I also just sat there and was just I don't know, holding my head in my hands because Chuck wasn't gonna be here. I'm like, what the fuck are we gonna do? And then I don't know. It fully intended for
Chuck. Everybody loves Chuck. He's like the bite. He's
oh
like,
yeah, absolutely.
He's like having a popular YouTuber in your headline. You're like, look at I
Put
got.
Chuck Thunder Dobie in your
Yeah,
headline
you're gonna
and,
get the entire North Side and West End tuning in because everybody knows Chuck.
Yeah, so I just sat there and it took me a minute. I had to talk myself down. I'm like, all right, let's get the show going here. So
Let's not commit seppuku.
You go to the Collingwood TD and you're like, oh man, I gotta go hang out with Chuck later. They're like, are you talking about Chuck Dobie? You went to FX, and you're like, yeah, I'm talking about Chuck Dobie. They're like, I know him. I'm like, yeah, so do I. He's the best. Okay.
Guys, all time.
yeah. Do you want to pause the video real quick? I need to change it. Pause it. Press the button again.
Pause. Pause. There.
You're good.
Yeah.
We just got to replace the card in there.
Or
Oh,
replace
this
the
is
battery in the card.
Yeah, we can
'Cause
keep
if,
rambling though.
If we let it just die,
Every single time it's dead, like it gets a corrupt file,
Oh,
and then it's
man.
like 12 minutes of no fucking video.
But like as a logo,
Like,
Maybe
pick
we'll-
like 3 current
Maybe
events.
we'll end this episode on that.
maybe,
here, I'll
maybe.
watch this.
Yeah, a new section of
But
current events.
on that note, I did in my head plan to have this totally set up for you guys just to walk in, sit down, and start recording, but
know
that
what
didn't
time it
happen.
is.
So
I also was here 15 minutes early because I was like, I'll help him set
How
up.
do you add
Well,
another insight?
I
But you
also-
did help me
I
set
also
up.
showed
It also now that we have more stuff, it takes longer to set up, right? So
We'll get it down to a science
oh
eventually.
yeah, eventually.
We get
Maybe we'll just have our own place and then just
Ooh, that's a
fucking studio.
adventurous. How like where could you find somewhere to do a studio? Would it have to be a whole office?
you could probably actually. So the easiest like solution would be to do like an office solutions place where you just rent.
A small square space.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's a room that has 20 offices and you rent each office.
Yeah.
Do that and then just rearrange the desks and stuff. So that would be the most cost effective.
Yeah.
And then they would have internet, etc. So yeah.
One of us out of all of us have to just become famous on social media so we can start like one of those office spaces that social influencers have
Oh yeah,
started.
just use
where they
like
have
a
like
creative
podcast
space.
areas.
Oh yeah.
Then they have streaming
Video
areas.
areas.
Then
Oh,
they have
yeah.
activity areas.
You would need you would either need to be
Super rich or
yeah,
famous.
well,
Or
rent.
both.
Well, do the Joe Rogan where he just rents a huge warehouse and then just builds out little spaces within it. So,
I wish he would do like a tour of his place, so you could actually
yeah, like
see
MTV Cribs sort of thing.
and so you
That'd
could
be
actually
sick.
see like the vast like what is in there because like
Oh, yeah.
as we know as of super fans is
You
is a-
literally just see his spot.
a
and that's
bow
it, right?
hunting range.
Yeah.
But then you hear sometimes like you listen to Fighter and the Kid and like they used to be out of that building.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
Yep, they used to be out of there. They just moved.
Mm-hmm.
A bunch of podcasts used to be out of there. The King and the Sting used to be out of there.
No, that's out of On It Studios.
Oh, On It
which
Studios.
is
I
different.
thought it was in the same area.
Different, same neck of the woods, but Joe Rogan has like a huge building.
Dude,
to
it's
himself.
like massive.
And then apparently a bunch of it is unused because I
They wanna
listened to one
build out
today
other
where
stuff.
well they
Joe.
were talking about
Hit us
let
up.
let us use some space, bro. But they were talking
Moved
about
to LA.
they were talking about
I was gonna
building
name
a
drop someone, but
building out building out a basketball court within the space because they just have unused warehouse space that's
Oh,
not
God.
built out or anything. So yeah, or if you wanted a sick podcast studio, you would have to own a home and then
just deck it out.
finish your basement or
Do
something.
the basement.
But
Awesome
like
hour.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'll
awesome hour.
finish
Yeah.
my basement and we'll make it.
make it completely unusable and resaleable except for someone with a podcast.
Well, no, I'll
so-
just cut it in half. I'll soundproof both sides. One side will be my streaming side, and one side will be
streaming
your
side.
guys' podcast side.
Oh,
Perfect.
baby.
Oh yeah.
I can wire up all the data in there for you guys too, for a cost though.
Yeah, get this. Paul is here. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna have the boys over. We'll finish the basement. We'll need to put some drywall, maybe do some electrical. Like, it won't take too much work. It'll be just your basic instincts. I'll grab some beer and some pizza. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna need to invoice you for that, please.
Well, are you gonna buy the materials? in
Yeah,
this
I'm buying
situation?
materials. I'm buying pizza. I'm buying beer. Spencer's like, yeah, I'm gonna charge you for my hourly work there as your friend.
Dude, do you know how much work it is?
I know how much work it is, Spencer. It literally isn't that much to wire a house.
You're not even a journeyman.
Yeah,
Fuck off.
you literally drill a hole. You're a first-year apprentice. Shut the fuck up.
I'm definitely not a first year.
Second-year
You're
apprentice.
a general laborer
Soon
over
to be
there.
third.
You're the guy that I
Have
go
you
to
gone to
Home
school for your
Depot
third year yet?
and pick up.
You sound like I'm gonna. You sound like I'm gonna
Hey,
ask Tyler to build me
job
a set of
today?
stairs.
What's that?
Labor
I'm not gonna
ready?
ask Tyler to build me
Labor
stairs.
ready?
I go in
yeah.
March for school.
Yeah, labor
Okay.
ready.
Anyways,
So let's bring this all back
Paulus.
in to Sobes, Octobes.
Sobes.
How was everyone's experience with the first official one?
I think
It
we
was
should
good.
do it again. I
would
liked
do it again.
I like
do
it.
it
I
again for
think
sure.
we should be more rigid on our acceptance of who gets to compete.
Oh.
Okay, hold on. Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. I told you.
Oh.
No,
I
you told us ahead of time, but
Yeah.
It's still-
October 2020, you're all in or you're all out.
Yeah, essentially.
Commit now. Commit now on record.
Yeah, this is literally on the internet
I
forever.
have
So,
a wedding
are you
in
in or out?
October next
No,
year. So
No, you
whose
don't.
wedding?
Whose?
Name the wedding.
Oh wait, I know whose.
yeah, I can't just name
First
it.
and second initials.
You have no idea who they are.
Oh.
His supervisor at work.
I-
Actually, no.
yeah.
Yeah.
I work with him. So it's on October 3rd.
Why
so-
couldn't you
Wow.
just go to the wedding sober?
Yeah.
Sometimes weddings.
Actually, I've been to weddings too. I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
Sometimes weddings fall through. So
Yeah, well.
Yeah, they fall through.
Hey,
you just
this-
gotta shrug on that one.
They've been together for like 9 years. I doubt it's going to
Wow.
Sometimes weddings
They
fall
fall
through.
through.
That's the most.
Josh, how many
Well-
weddings have you been to that fall through while you're at it?
No, not
because
no,
of
not
me?
while they're at it. Like before
Just
it
in
happens.
general, not because of you.
No, like before
I'm
it
just kidding.
happens, it like.
I've literally
falls
been to
out.
like 2 weddings in my entire life. It's
I
literally.
was gonna say we're still children. Nobody's married
Oh yeah,
yet.
it's all like cousins or
Dude,
uncles.
yeah,
or
we,
whatever at this
me and
point.
Judy literally have like
They
the
are
first
like the
one.
first one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Next year
Good for you
is
guys.
next year's busy for the kid. I have 3 next year.
Okay, I got 4.
Anyways,
Sorry, back to sober October.
sober October 2020.
Yes.
You're out.
I like it. Like I think we should do it again.
Yeah.
Like,
I think
Do
we
you
should
guys
get
think we
hyper
should
competitive.
do you guys think we should change?
What did you say?
Anything?
Competitive.
I think we should get hyper
I was
competitive.
about to say we should go.
like calories and
we
points.
should,
and
we should
shit.
do
Like
we
track
should
and
do
stuff.
something a little more.
Like Scouts Honor.
I feel
it's
like
good.
if we
Scouts
fu-
Honor is good,
no,
but
no, no,
something
we,
more
we should get the
objectively
bracelets to track
bracelets
everything.
or something.
Yeah.
Something a little more.
Fitbits or something.
We're gonna be
Yeah.
older, have like slightly more debt and more money coming in.
I'm debt free, boys.
Yeah.
Okay, Spencer, you don't spend money. We're not counting you. You have a wedding on October 3rd. You're getting drunk for.
For a podcast that was 6 months old at the time, we did okay.
We did pretty
Yeah,
good.
we
did.
I'm pretty proud of ourselves.
Got
But
sponsors.
next year we applause for Long and Hard podcast.
Yeah,
So.
fuck
Yeah,
yeah.
I think so.
No, we next year should do something a little more intensive on the fitness
Yeah.
side and something that's an
Hard
objective, measurable sort of thing.
Would
Where
you
we can
guys-
all like talk shit all month long on
Oh, yeah.
social media.
Yeah.
And then I would
my
prob-
Twitch is gonna be like popping that.
Oh yeah,
point. So,
oh yeah, exactly. 1 million subscribers. So
Yeah. All the
same,
subs.
same. But we should also, and then maybe ditch the personal tasks just to focus on that or something.
No,
like
I
that.
think it should
Or-
be like 100% all of us against each other, ready to murder each other.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh.
And then the
You
year
and I have a
then the
field
year
day.
after that, yeah, field day. The year after that, we would do like a
I'm just imagining.
then tone it back maybe, or do it again, but then do because I would actually enjoy, just a Joe Rogan for example, something where it's like they're doing like the classes or whatever,
Yeah.
something like
Yeah.
that would be cool.
I
Would be
think-
cool for
Would
sure.
you guys be opposed to doing yoga?
I do yoga already.
I would like to actually do yoga.
Nope,
I don't
I
do
would do it all day long.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
I
We
would.
should
I
do
would
like
do
a
it.
yoga
Man,
challenge.
if I had people to go to yoga with, I'd go to yoga.
See, here's my thing is that I actually
Yoga's expensive.
yeah.
Is it actually?
So
How much is it?
$130 for a month?
Yeah,
How
at
much?
least. That's
130?
cheap.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe
so
not.
all the whistles.
so for me
That's a lot of money.
with but one thing I did actually enjoy was having something like I had a note in my phone with like check boxes for each day of like
Yeah.
all 3 things.
That's a do app
So
or whatever.
a different app, but similar idea.
Yeah.
But I liked having something to do every day and having like a challenge, but then also having it for a duration of the month. So I kind of want to somehow do stuff like that for myself. Other people can join in, whatever, of something I want to accomplish in that month. You know what I mean? Right?
Yeah.
Like whether, and I want to read more because I used to read like 30 books a year, and then I went back to
read
fucking
30 books a year?
zero as of late,
Yeah.
right? So I want to start reading, something like that where it's, and then do that throughout the year, kind of have something each month where like, hey, this is my thing, I'm going to do it, and then have like a daily checklist or whatever sort of thing with it. So I don't know. It has inspired me in other facets, and it won't be as intensive as Sober October, but something I can,
It was a
you know
good
what I'm
start
saying?
for my
You know what I'm
fitness
saying?
thing. Like
Yeah,
my
yeah.
fitness thing was a good start for me because I have to lose weight for next
to
summer.
look sleek for
You
the
look
wedding.
sleek. We're gonna do
Trim.
suit shopping in at least the next 2 months.
Yeah. Are we
Which
going to do that
fun.
before the end of the year? Or
I
start
think
next
we're
year?
gonna do that in February.
Okay.
I'm gonna say February probably gives us enough time to get suits. I don't know. Does anybody want to sponsor the podcast for suits?
Yeah. Indochino or
Yeah,
those
we
good
can
or
do
something like that?
Indochino.
Yeah.
They like to do logo podcast, so.
Really?
Oh yeah,
Oh.
they sponsor Oilers Nation. They get a whole bunch of stuff.
Well then,
Well then, Indochino.
what color are you doing for your best man?
We're doing navy blue.
Everyone's doing navy.
Yeah.
Blue. That's
What color?
Reasonable.
What color are you doing for your brothers? What
Oh,
color?
sorry.
All right.
Sorry.
Okay,
So-
Sorry, I was.
We're
So
also
crucial
taking-
tasks for a podcast producer / showrunner are multitasking and listening to the
So
conversation.
I believe they're doing.
But-
I believe we're doing like a charcoal gray.
Okay.
Oh,
and
you
then
mentioned
with,
that. Yeah, yeah.
Like,
that'd be good. That'd be good.
The
Black.
black tie. Like
It's a
their
fall
we-
wedding
their
though, so
wedding's
you have
in
to
the
change the
fall,
colors,
so
right?
you can't really have like you can't really have.
You can't do
but that's
navy in the fall.
that's still a useful color where
Charcoal's
you guys
nice.
can.
Yeah, I'll still wear it
yeah,
to like other
wear it.
weddings.
yeah.
Tough
As long as
stuff.
it's not black,
Because I
Yeah,
have
black-
like
because that would be a
Black,
funeral.
lame as-
yeah, like I have I have like a navy blue suit.
Who wants to roll down the Vineyard Hills with me? It's gonna be fun.
Gonna roll down. Yeah.
You guys are so
Guaranteed.
cute. I
Where'd
love you
Bryce
all.
and Thomas go? They're just rolling down. I hear this giggling.
Just here.
Thomas gets a +1 too. So
Yeah, that's
ladies,
wild.
Listen
There you go.
up.
I was not expecting that for the record,
Dude.
but
Who are you gonna bring?
are you doing anything? Just kidding, just kidding. We'll play that by ear. So
The
might
best
show
is-
up by myself.
The best thing that they notified us of because we've been sitting on like certain things for a while is sending out to people who have significant others that they're like been with for a while, being like, "You're engaged. Do we put your last name or do we put both your last names?"
Oh, actually, you were asking me that like for Tanner about how you should like address them now.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah,
I
I
honestly
was. Yeah.
don't. I think you just put her last name until they're actually
Until,
married.
yeah.
Doesn't matter, but when you're sending invites, like we sent our invites, and like there are certain people we don't know because there's a handful of people going to the wedding.
What'd
that
you do for Tanner? Did you put like both under? The...
We put both Pauls.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
These are things I literally don't
Did
think
I get
about.
a +1? By the way? Did I get a
Yeah, it's
+1?
not really in part of your life, so
It's a play by ear thing.
I don't care if I get a +1.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say that on the
don't
radio.
want one, don't need
Actually,
one.
yeah, we
Write it
don't-
down.
Thomas and I don't.
Yeah,
want
I'm not gonna answer that question on here because if somebody else that's going to the wedding that doesn't get a +1 hears this and you get one, then I don't want to have to deal with the
Controversy.
situation.
Controversy.
Touche.
Yeah, we do have that big of a listener base, so
Oh no, what?
Well, it's
one
also
of the
very
dum-dums
our
are-
hyper local listener base is
Yeah.
all everyone knows most
Yeah,
of these
one
people in
of
this
the
room.
bros
so.
is gonna jump on them not giving a +1, and they're gonna be like, "What the fuck,
What the
Bryce?"
fuck is that?
that's funny.
So funny.
All right, so should we lob it to some current events? Do you
Yeah,
have
let's
any
do
for
that.
us
Let's
before
finish
we
up with that.
let's wrap this
So
up.
let's
Just wait till the current events are from like a month ago.
I'm just on
Josh
Bing.
and I are just tossing knowledge
I'm just
So-
on Bing right
because
now.
we Google too much.
So, did you guys hear that?
Did you guys hear that Trudeau won?
Oh my
I was
god.
about to say that.
Oh
Did
god.
you hear
boy.
Canada?
Okay, Spencer, I
had
thought
a-
you had some.
This should be a
Let's go.
non-political podcast.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, well, yeah, we
I'm
agree.
just
That was a
saying,
joke.
That was a joke that you're
funny.
behind on current
Ha
events.
ha.
Oh, what could I see?
Spencer, you were
I'm-
supposed to. This was your task for the last.
This was
I'm
your
on
number
Bing.
one job.
2 arrested in
definition of one
Vietnam
job.
linked to truck deaths in Vietnam.
Do you just have Vietnam as like a highlighted post because you went there?
anything?
No, it's on CNN. Yeah.
2 arrested in Vietnam.
Oh
I
my
can
God.
I can attest to that. the traffic there is insane, so I can see how that happened.
The best was he had a video.
Okay,
so Spencer was driving around in Vietnam on a scooter, like most people do, right? But he was filming himself doing it.
So dangerous.
But so his fucking control was terrible, and there's one video where he almost fucking murders this chick who
Oh,
kind of
yeah,
drives in
dude.
front of him. You can literally see in the video of him driving, and there's this one chick who like slams on the brakes, and as he drives
I'll
by
find
her,
it.
he like pans by her.
Yeah, dude, I almost killed her.
Oh my god! It was, you could tell he was focusing on Snapchatting, and he almost just cranked this
I
one
think
chick.
it's on YouTube actually. I'll look for it because yeah, that was the riskiest thing I've ever done. Like trying to like snap in the middle of I was in Ho Chi Minh City and the traffic was insane.
Great.
And like I just wanted to show everyone at home like how nuts. The
Oh,
traffic
for
actually
sure,
is.
for sure. But there's
And,
just two swarms of like 100 scooters
Yeah.
crossing over each other, and Spencer has his phone out
Just
trying.
like,
You know that place that's down on White Ave? It's a Vietnamese place. And I was like driving by one day and it looks like you're in Thailand or you're in Vietnam. And you drive by and you're like, I just wish there was the sound of scooters.
dude,
going
cycle-
by.
Where was that?
It's on the other side of Gateway. If you just go down the ways.
Faux boy?
Yeah, full boy.
Oh, football. That place is.
Their patio.
Well,
Shout
you
out
can
to
ride
Fullboy.
your fucking lime and bird scooters down there all the time.
Well, until the
Those don't make any
until
noise,
mayor
man.
gets rid of them.
Yeah.
The scooters there, dude. Like it's actually crazy. Like how
So
many-
who in here watched Game of Thrones when it was on?
Nope.
No.
Me.
How
I
do
watched
you-
the first like
How
two
do you
seasons.
feel about them canceling that old prequel already? They announced it.
canceled
What,
Didn't they
a
just
week?
announce
They
it?
announced it a week ago. They canceled it
Why?
today.
Why?
Why?
Because there was too much social media hype and too many people that were mad about how bad Game of Thrones ended.
Oh, really?
Dude, that was the
So,
worst.
The
so,
HBO doesn't want to take it on anymore.
so the worst part about it all was, so the two writers / showrunners who wrote Game of Thrones, like arranged it for TV, part of the reason Game of Thrones ended so abruptly, because HBO wanted 10 seasons originally.
It was a brutal ending.
The reason it ended so abruptly was because those two guys they supposedly got a Star Wars trilogy to themselves to write and produce.
They need to stop making
So,
Star Wars movies.
Star Wars needs to fucking stop.
Yeah, so that,
Oh,
and then
please.
so these guys,
But the new trailer and okay, sorry, pause here. I know I'm interrupting you. But has anybody watched the trailer for the new Mandalorian on
it,
Disney?
it
Plus?
looks very good.
It looks
very good.
amazing.
It actually
It looks
looks like
amazing.
like aside from if you forgot it was Star Wars for a minute,
It
it
looks
looks like
like
a
it's gonna
well done
be-
TV show for sure.
Oh, it's gonna be fantastic. I think it's gonna be absolutely amazing. And yeah. Anyways, go on. Sorry.
So those two guys, it was actually a little bit of controversy with Game of Thrones, where part of the reason it was wrapped up so abruptly was because they wanted to get it done, finish it, so they could go work on Star Wars. So they fucking ruined the series, go to work on Star Wars, and then they axed that Star Wars trilogy, and those two guys got fucking kicked off.
So you're saying Star Wars ruins another?
Star
thing.
Wars
Ruined Game of Thrones.
first Star Wars ruined Star Wars,
Yeah.
then Star Wars also ruined Game of Thrones. Yes.
Okay. Side note. So they canceled the prequel to Game of Thrones, but then
Yeah,
they re-announced that the House of Dragons is going to be the prequel. So the original
Oh
prequel.
yeah, so I heard about that.
Okay, so the original sequel that they
Prequel.
announced prequel was last week. They announced that they were doing a prequel, and it was supposed to be an actual full-scale prequel. Now it's actually just about the Targaryens.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
about the
yeah, yeah.
psychopaths. Like it literally took one
So
season for her
actually,
to lose her
because I
mind.
believe the first
spoiler alert.
yeah, sorry guys. So because the first prequel was supposed to be like Robert's Rebellion or whatever.
Yeah.
But now it's like however many
now it's
years before.
200
so-
years in the future.
Yeah. This is the worst guy in the world to discuss any TV
Yeah,
series
Josh
in
is like,
depth with.
Josh is like,
so-
excuse me, I haven't watched a movie since 2017. Could you please hold off on having anything on here before 2017?
yeah.
Yeah, if you want to talk about like fucking movies from early 2000s.
2012.
yeah. Lucky Number 11.
I
That's a good
watched
movie.
Inception one time, guys. That was a good movie.
haven't seen it.
I rewatched.
Haven't seen it.
The Departed.
That's when
Great.
you know
That's
you've
a good
watched.
fucking movie.
That's when you know
That's a good
you've
movie.
listened to all of the Long and Hard podcasts is because you've heard of all the movies that Josh has watched.
It's like 5, bro.
Toy Story, Lion
Josh,
King,
every like
Land Before Time.
Aladdin.
it's
Aladdin.
been mentioned like 3 times. Josh is like, I don't watch movies, guys.
Josh
but I
is
did
so
watch this
bad
one.
with pop culture
Yeah.
stuff.
If you want to talk about pop culture with me, yeah, it's pretty bad.
He's like, I'm into tech, but social media's my germ.
So true.
Days
All
of
right,
conf-
did you fucking wrangle any stories
Yeah,
for
do you
us
got
or
any
no?
news for
Or
us?
did we just have to save
There's
your ass for
honestly-
like 20 minutes there?
Oh my god.
There's honestly like nothing
Okay,
really. It's all,
okay.
okay, so
Everybody,
all the
I'm
events-
taking over Spencer's
No,
job
so-
as of next
so
week.
either it's about so all of the top events. Trump, Greta Thunberg.
What's Trump up to lately? Let's go down this
They're
road.
trying to impeach him again.
Oh,
They're trying to impeach him.
Yeah.
Which I'm surprised it hasn't happened yet. Honestly,
I think
Dude,
the issue is that it's the House.
Why Trump is Trump, man. Trump is acting like Trump. Trump is
Yeah.
acting like Trump did on fucking in the newspapers in New York in the 80s,
Yeah.
and as he acted on The Apprentice through 2000s.
so
Fired.
He's the
how
same
does-
guy, man.
You're fired.
It's the same thing.
Hey
right?
Spencer.
So how does
Hey Spencer.
Yo.
You're fired.
So,
dude,
fired.
there's
So,
just-
with
there's
Josh
just-
being a tech guy, how do we feel about Google acquiring Fitbit?
Oh, I saw that today. Actually, yeah.
I was actually thinking about that. I'm like, Google, like, what is with
This is an
everybody?
intelligent conversation. Actually, go on.
What is with everybody buying everybody right now? Because has anybody noticed that like every
Oh, yeah,
company
every-
that's worth between like $5 and $50 million right now literally can't hold their own because they just get bought out by
Who bought out
everybody.
Yeah,
right now?
any like fairly large,
medium-sized company,
whatever it is,
Yeah,
gets bought by like Facebook or Google.
Yeah.
it's
all
insane.
the time.
Hey, if you own tech and you're like anything, you get bought.
Yeah, Fitbit was actually like pretty fucking down there too. They were like $4 a share, and then they
They
announced
dropped off because of everybody else
Yeah.
who does smartwatches now.
and then they announced that they were going to buy them at like $7.50 or something a share.
They just wanted
so-
to delete them. They just want their tech, whatever they have that they don't have, and to
Yeah.
get rid of them.
I mean, there's like some data you can get from it, I guess.
But that's about it.
Yeah.
Google makes watches for themselves.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, Google for data is like the fucking pinnacle, right? So
The problem is that Google doesn't have their own fucking flagship store, so their phones are useless.
Ah.
Sorry.
Hey, don't talk down to our corporate overlords.
I actually had this conversation with a
Don't
Google
ban us
person
from
at
you.
Best Buy. I was
Yeah.
like, so how do you guys sell phones when you have no way to fix them? And she's like,
Oh.
Yeah, you
she's,
still have to get a loaner phone and send it in. And
no, you can't do that. So speaking as
So-
somebody with a
so-
Pixel,
when it breaks, what do you do? Nothing.
so somebody that loves Google, like I literally have an Apple phone sitting here that has nothing but Google apps, Google Photos,
Spotify.
everything Google is on this phone. Nothing Apple exists on this phone except for Apple Podcasts. So listen to the Log and Hard podcast. And well, actually, I listen to it on Spotify, but I give reviews on Apple Podcasts.
Thank you.
Because even like the Courage and Nate Shot show does that. So
Cool.
yeah, shout out.
Thank you.
Anyways, you can't get your phone fixed if you own a Google. The only way to get them fixed is to send them. It's actually easier to send it to LA or Seattle to get your phone fixed because there's a shorter
Yeah, but-
shipping time.
But do they give you like a loaner phone?
Nope,
like Bell
nothing.
or
You get
anything?
nothing. If you break a screen, you're shit out of luck, or you have to go to a local non-approved dealer to get your phone.
yeah.
And there's only actually 2 in Edmonton that will fix a Pixel XL screen.
So the newest one that came out, like the Pixel 4 or whatever,
Nobody will fix it right now.
I also don't think it's going to do very well because
It's terrible.
Apple's new camera is like way better.
Yeah.
No,
what's
it
with, like,
isn't.
the
Technically,
three
technically, they're about the same, and the software on the phone is better on the Pixel, but the wide angle. What kind of psychopath uses the wide angle? Who here? Raise hands. Has used the wide angle. Who's used
Look at this guy.
have you used the new Google's third wide angle?
Oh no, not Google.
Okay,
So-
there you go.
so
or not,
actually-
or Apple's wide angle.
So
On the GoPro though, you can do it. Like
yeah,
that.
that's
my-
not the same. Shut.
my company's owner actually just bought like my boss owner or whatever. He
Yeah.
bought an iPhone 11 and then he was actually using the wide. I meant to mention this.
It
to
is
you.
horrendous.
But he used the wide angle lens for real estate photos.
Oh,
It's
okay.
good. It's good.
And they
for that.
actually worked surprisingly well.
It's
because
very
the
wide.
range of view is actually quite like this is a wide angle lens. And this is tightened a little bit actually, but
It's exponential how wide it is.
it's actually quite good and it's a quite
But if-
high quality lens where you could actually feasibly use iPhone photos for pretty good listing photos
really?
now.
I want to make a point though, is that like if we used a wide angle right here with the Apple phone, like we were filming this with the wide angle,
It would be like-
Josh would look like he's 6'7",
And I'd also look fucking jacked.
jacked. This chest hair would be touching the screen.
See that chest hair?
But anyways,
chest hair?
I think the Google phone's going to do terribly because it has bad RAM. It has a bad.
How many gigs do they have for RAM?
They only did 8 with this phone, but the
Only 8 gigs of RAM in a phone.
6 gigs of RAM. But the new Apple
Jesus.
phones have 8. Anybody that's new, Hawaii has 8. Anybody who's Samsung 8. But
Do you know how fucking retarded that is, though?
it's absolutely retarded.
For like 6 gigs of RAM in a phone.
I don't know.
The new
Huge.
Describe it to me like I'm 6 years old.
Like
The-
you
I
could
have
run
no
like
idea
every
what you're
single fucking app you have on this phone like twice over.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
But yeah,
That's overkill.
100%. You run. When you have to close every single app because your phone's like, fuck you, man.
That
I'm not
doesn't
this
exist
smart.
anymore.
It doesn't exist.
That doesn't exist.
Oh, really?
But if you
Yeah.
go on a Google phone, it does exist still because for some reason they released their phone a month before everybody else's new phones, and they're like,
Yeah,
"Let me just use last year's technology besides our software." They're like, "I think because we have amazing software and we're smarter than everyone, that they'll pay for it."
So, do you not close all your apps on your phone after you use them, or is that just me?
That's
Okay,
just you.
You are a
You
psychopath.
also sign out of them.
I don't.
He will sign out of apps and delete
Yeah, he'll
them and be
delete
like,
them.
"I'll
Instagram.
reinstall this the next time I use it."
I literally proposed a series on this podcast, and this is a sarcastic comment that we do following a serial killer in. And it's Spencer.
Making a murderer, very literally.
Spencer Pauls. In 2 years, the entire podcast scene is going to be dead because Spencer killed us all.
I will not kill anyone. I just have habits that I stay in. People think they're weird, but
I just have habits I follow and bodies I drag. That's it, guys.
that's what makes me me. I guess.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Love it.
You only need 3
Yeah.
shirts in a drawer.
I have 12 shirts currently.
You bought a lot of
Can
shirts.
you
since
name
moving in.
name them all?
Yeah, you know what
What's
designs
on
on,
them?
all of them.
What design or logo or
Okay,
font?
pause before he answers this. I know what every shirt in my drawer is too. So
Yeah, I have like.
Like I know them if I see them.
So you have a white
no,
collared
I
shirt.
can name them. Like I know how many sports
So
team
I
shirts I
have-
have, how many Patagonia shirts I have, how many like Oilers shirts I have,
I have,
which is basically all my shirts.
currently in my closet now. I have like 2 light blue the button-down shirts with the white buttons.
Mm-hmm.
4
Why do you
North
have 2 of
Face
those?
graphic tees.
Mm-hmm.
I
Spencer
got-
like keeps a quota, and
Oh,
then
yeah.
if they get torn up, he like buys a new one. He orders
I
it.
need to go to the North Face store.
I got a blue checkered shirt with a collar from Mech. I have a plain gray shirt with like a beige pocket on the side from Simon's.
That's the first one not from an adventure store, so I'm proud of you.
Yeah, and then I have what else?
That hurt to buy. I know that.
I have a Giant Edmonton shirt. Shout out to Giant Edmonton for bikes.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
that,
I was like Giant Edmonton. What's a Giant
like
Edmonton
a
shirt?
2XL shirt.
Yeah,
like,
he's like wearing a shirt that would fit me.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh fuck.
And then I have 3 Banana Republic plain white tees.
Nice.
Oh my
Nice.
god.
There's a
Nice.
couple more that I'm
Solid.
forgetting,
Nice.
but
nice.
dude,
You
Banana
have
Repub-
the most organized apartment in the entire city
It's
of Edmonton.
impressive. It's
It
impressive.
is very good.
So,
I'm
yeah.
proud of you, actually.
People
I
come over and
yeah.
they're like,
I admire it.
Damn.
every time.
What did chicks say about it?
Well, like when I had everyone over there the one time, like all the
Eh,
girls.
that's
Oh,
like,
not
yeah.
the question I asked you. What did
Oh.
chicks say about it?
Yeah, how many chicks have you had in the house?
I'm gonna say that on air.
Well, okay,
A few.
no,
A
no,
few.
no.
He's had a few. He's had a few.
I'll preface
What
it.
do they say about it?
They're all impressed that I'm like that clean.
Good.
Nice.
Yeah. Which
See,
is
that's the best compliment you can get is like a homeowner, a condo renter that like you just moved in. It's like people complimenting the cleanliness. Like when
Oh, yeah.
people, the first like 2 weeks of us being in our house and people would come over the first time, they're like,
good. What the
guys,
hell?
your house looks like a show home. It's amazing.
Yeah.
How did you get all this furniture that matches? I'm like, I know, I cleaned it
Yeah,
yesterday.
it's yeah. I just like having it clean and like I don't know.
Oh yeah,
Like,
for sure.
But
everything
now I'm
needs
like,
a
I don't
place.
give a shit. I have a dog that sheds a pound of fur every day.
Hmm.
But
Hey
no,
guys, don't buy a dog that sheds because you just want to be cool. It's
Yeah.
not a good idea. I did that.
But like
Regrets.
the general consensus is like yeah, people are like floored at how clean I am.
Good. Good. That's
which is
good. Okay, so to bring it all back in, because this is the fucking Sober October show. Double down next year, way more intense.
Yes.
$100 per day missed.
Jesus.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
That's gonna get-
And
I'm gonna be making
we'll have
that
like
much money.
We'll have a fitness challenge of some sort, and
It's got to be tracked.
there-
It's got to like.
it's got to be tracked because
yeah.
there has to be like a clear winner, and the
Yeah.
clear winner gets
We're
something.
we're ordering a Joe Rogan belt. I'm sorry.
If it's $100,
I'm already, yeah, for Sober October, yes.
Yes, we're
If
ordering a
it's-
belt.
Because I'm doing a belt for guest of the year,
Or
actually.
can we get custom pit vipers for Sober October winter?
Do they do those?
I would assume so.
You can get like the custom lenses.
Yeah,
Can
but
you
you get
get
them
engravings
inscribed.
or
Yeah, you get them
anything, or-
inscribed.
I'll look. You can probably check out the frames if you want.
Yeah.
All right. We'll work on that.
That'd be amazing.
We only have 11 months to go, so
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to do some
We'll
serious
we'll get
research.
this organized eventually.
Oh,
so.
11 months and 29 days.
Yeah, but
No, wait.
today is November 1st.
So if you did
That gives us
Oh, yeah,
10
11
months
11
and
months,
29 days.
Math.
There you go. Yeah.
like
I'm in sales.
$100 a day,
2
like,
plus 2 is 4
man.
quick math.
like
I had an argument about a lady that 3 years is 36 months, not 35 this week, so that was a good time.
Oh,
Huh.
Jesus.
like $100 a day. That would get expensive for the girls.
That
I
would be
think, eh?
$3,000.
He just calls
He
out the
calls
girls.
them out the hardest.
He's like, that would get really expensive for them to join along.
Yeah.
They
But,
suck at this.
Yeah, we'll do obviously sober and then like a more competitive fitness aspect.
Yeah, definitely.
They're gonna clap back at you guys so bad.
Oh yeah,
I can't
oh,
wait.
big time.
I can't wait.
I love it.
Amazing.
I look forward to it.
Called out.
I've never even
so
met
hard.
them, and I'm chirping them.
And both of us were just like they were terrible. They
Well,
100% cheated.
You'll
all
get
month.
to meet them halfway through this month.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for
Big
the
event coming out.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? This will be out next week. We have a Sober October recap event for those who are members of the group and fans of the show. We will be sending out invites, and if you're interested, shoot us a DM or an email. And yeah, because it's 1998, sending us an email is relevant. So do that. And yeah, we'll
Also
no,
shoot
we're,
the
we're
Instagram a DM because that means that you're giving them traffic.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, exactly.
So we'll see you on
but yeah,
the 16th.
We're doing a recap show on the 16th. Top secret location. We'll have a little bit of comedy, a little bit of drinks and fun and all that stuff.
I'm
And,
gonna heckle Alex. I'm just gonna put that out there now.
Don't
be a heckler.
please be respectful
I'm
of our
heckling
friends.
Alex. Alex, I'm heckling you. Be
Don't
prepared.
be a
I have
heckler.
material.
Don't be that guy.
Don't be that guy.
You suck.
That's a pretty good note
What?
to end on.
Oh my
I'd
god.
say.
All right. Okay. So that's our Sober October recap. Sober October, the
Good times.
inaugural 1.0. Very good. Very
Nice
fun.
work, boys. Good work.
Thanks to everyone who followed along. We appreciate it. And, you know, we actually, so a decent chunk of the group were just people who listen to our show, who
Yeah.
want to follow along, who want to challenge themselves. So don't be shy next year. Give us a shout for sure. And
Yeah.
thanks to you guys for participating.
Yeah.
Shout out to everyone else who,
Raise a glass to sober October.
Yeah.
shout out to everyone else who was a part of it. We really appreciate it. It was a lot of fun. We had a good crew going.
Lost some weight.
We actually had about 30 people, all in.
serious?
It was good. Everyone was talking to the
technically,
Facebook page.
So
I liked
yeah,
it.
it was good. So
I got to
yeah, thanks.
Post
and-
my gifs and people actually reacted.
yeah,
so it
we
made me feel
we,
better about
we,
myself.
we all appreciate it, and
Big
we'll
gifts
have
guy.
a nice,
Chuck makes fun of me.
we'll have a good little party for it. So yeah,
Sounds good.
good times. And thanks to you guys coming out tonight. Or well, Bryce, technically Spencer, you're obliged to be
Spencer,
here from
you
now on.
have to
So
be around. I'm honestly kind of jealous because I'm involved in things.
I have the technical skills, so that's why I'm here.
There's
Yeah, you use
literally
fucking
technical
Bing.
I
Use
literally-
fucking Bing, and
he
you're gonna tell
literally
me.
sits
I
there
just
as
wanna
I set
point
everything
out-
up.
I want to point out that half the current events were off of my Twitter account and
Oh.
not off of Spencer's laptop.
All right, Paulus, pull up your fucking socks. All right, and we will see you next week for another episode of Long and Hard. Oh, also, actually, you know what? Before we leave, Bryce, where can people find you? Because you have your
Oh
Twitch
yeah,
now.
I'm not gonna plug my Instagram. You can find me at blades, but that is two Z's, and then twitch.tv/b_LAIDZ. You can follow my Twitch.
Nice.
Okay, hold on. Have you formally introduced me to the?
Nope, and we're gonna do that
Yeah,
later.
we're gonna wait on
Okay.
that because you did a bad job today.
And
Cut.
see you next week.
Now, wait just a minute. Before you go, just a sincere thank you for listening to the show. You can find new episodes of the Long and Hard podcast every Wednesday morning, about 9 a.m.-ish, give or take. Don't hold me to that. We really appreciate you subscribing. If your podcast platform allows you to leave a review, please leave us a kind review if you've enjoyed the content here. Just a reminder, Long and Hard podcast. You can also find our other shows, other channels, the Millennial Homeowner podcast hosted by me, and the Invictus podcast hosted by Josh. If you head over to our website, longandhardpodcast.com, and see our other shows there. Once again, a quick reminder that Thomas Harrington and Joshua Blaze are licensed real estate professionals in the province of Alberta, and any discussions here involving real estate are not intended to solicit buyers or sellers under contract. And just a friendly reminder, hey, this is a conversation. This show is not intended to be legal or professional or medical or any other kind of specific advice. Please consult a relevant professional in said area before acting on anything or any ideas you might get here. Thanks for listening as always, and we'll see you next week. Peace.